Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We are back at it again. Black Sensei Society, episode number 71. Today, we're going to be doing the top 10 cartoons of all time ranking. We've been doing a lot of top 10s. We're just keeping up the trend. We'll also be talking about some other stuff, of course. We got a interesting new Draft Wars idea that we're going to discuss. We're going to talk about a potentially new big anime that is on the block, and so much more. With that said, the guys will be funneling in. We want to make sure we start at 9 p.m. EST on the dot moving forward, no matter what. So we are here. How you feeling, Santo?
Man, life is good. Life is good. I decided to rearrange some things. I'm closer to the Great Wall of Naruto here. But yeah, life is great, man. We got some great things to talk about, especially that main topic. I think a lot of people are going to be either impressed or really sad about what's going to happen with this list.
Yeah, we're gonna have a lot of differing opinions. I always make sure moving forward for these lists, I have my own list now to ensure that I kind of have something to follow. I will say that some big cartoons were left off of my list in particular because I didn't finish the cartoon. So I was like, I can't give a fair assessment because I didn't really watch a lot of it, even though I know it's super iconic. So some things did not make my list, but it should be a very good conversation today. It should be a very good conversation. How you feeling, Lonnie?
I'm good. I'm good. How's everybody doing?
Blessed.
Vibing. Um, to kind of go over some of the P's and Q's, the normal stuff. If you're listening to the podcast, make sure you guys rate the podcast 5 stars. We're on our grind to be a top 100 anime podcast, the best anime podcast out here. So make sure you guys support us by rating the podcast 5 stars on Apple Podcasts and Spotify, and share it with all your friends. Shout out all our Bankai tier members, of course, who've been supporting the channel. We have memberships on the YouTube channel. If you sign up for a membership as simple and as cheap as 99 cents, you can get all our exclusive content that we're not going to put out for everybody, such as our Tower of God review, Game of Thrones review, and we might have some other ideas in mind as well. And of course, join our link tree. Our link tree is where all our socials are if you want to go follow all our socials, but also where our Discord is at. We have a pretty good Discord community, over 200 people, I would like to say. And just chop it up. We talk anime, we talk wrestling, we talk sports, we talk about a bunch of stuff. So make sure you guys go support us and like and subscribe to this YouTube channel on our road to 10,000 subscribers. That is the new thing. And of course, if you don't already know, we do have a new thing we do with super chats. The moment you send a super chat, we are going to pause everything we're talking about to focus on your super chat, focus on what you got saying, and we'll read it off immediately. We're not going to keep you in suspense. We're not going to keep you waiting. With that said, chat, I do want everybody to be in a festive mood right now, because today is a special day for one of the captains. Very special day. You may say this is the day and the dawn of someone's birth. Hey, Mr.
Please, no.
What?
No.
What?
Appreciate it. That's it. I'm not a birthday festive. That's not my vibe.
Well, instead of being birthday festive, let's all just say something nice about Miles. Well, I'll say this: if it wasn't for Miles, y'all team hero bitch ass niggas would be like 0-87. He's been carrying y'all like he's Luka Doncic or like he's LeBron in his prime or Michael Jordan. He's been carrying y'all for months. It's sad.
I'm not gonna lie, Lonnie's cooking though. I've been looking at some contracts. I've been looking at. Let's just say we might got to take our talents to the beach, man. I've been looking.
I'll just say y'all team hero guys. Y'all just give him a pat on the back. It's like watching 2018 LeBron.
Oh.
Perfect basketball, but just can't.
$2 super chat by Solo Boss. Appreciate you. You didn't say anything, but appreciate you nonetheless. Shout out Miles, man.
Miles, I'm the same way. I don't. My birthday came and went. I didn't say nothing. I hate celebrating my birthday. Like the less, the better. So I definitely understand.
I just wanted. I needed to leave early. I didn't want there to be any confusion.
All I know is that when me and Random are in Spain in a few weeks, I'm just gonna tell all the girls that we just missed his birthday. That's his birthday that night or whatever.
Hey man, there you go.
That's crazy, bro. You trying to get him killed, bro? Bro, recover. Leave him alone. Let him live, man.
Yo, Vana, another shot. Yo, Morgan, another shot.
What did I walk into?
It's that man Miles' birthday.
Oh, okay. Oh, happy birthday, bro.
Thank you.
Yo, what is happening with my computer right now?
You lagging.
You liking crazy?
Yeah, I'm dealing with weather issues over here in Texas. So if I drop out, y'all already know.
Damn, hold up.
Yeah, hold on for real. I gotta split something.
One thing I do want to bring out, we always put a poll up, so might as well shout out the poll right now since we got the time. To see what everybody thinks. I usually put up the top 4 selection from our top 10 to see what everybody votes number 1. And in the recent poll for the best female character, number 1, man, they know ball, man. Frieren was number 1 by a good margin too, man. They locked in. Last couple of weeks, y'all just been locked in with these polls. I'm not gonna lie. Shout out the people who are voting. Shout out the people who know ball. Y'all be on timing. And yeah, Frieren number 1. I respect it. I'm here. I'm not mad at it. Shout out Sailor Moon was number 2. Shout out Sailor Moon as well. Before we get into it, anything you guys got to say?
That One Piece animation is looking Jesus Christ. Like it's looking good, man. And they just keep on setting the bar higher and higher, and it's gonna eventually it's gonna be like one of those, like, besides One Piece and Demon Slayer, what's the best animation? It's gonna end up being that combo. So
we're not even gonna do too much. I had a question for y'all though. We're gonna get into it in detail later. Man, y'all overrating that Solo Leveling, boy. That Sunjin Woo Beru fight, y'all might as well just go to a rave at that point. The choreography was lacking. There was a lot of still frames. The lights, though, I mean, it looked all the light doing all of that. I guess that's peak, man.
Hit spark galore is what I called it when I first watched it.
Yeah, I wasn't too moved from the fight, but it is the anime that everybody's talking about. Solo Leveling, making waves, all that jazz. I don't want to crap on it too much because that's what I feel like I do a little bit with Solo Leveling because I already read it. I'm not moved with the story. The characters are. See, I'm going down the line. I'm kind of.
I'm with you right now.
But it's fun. Solo Leveling is fun. It's fun to aura farm like Sun Jin Woo does. Big time aura farmer. And you can, just have a good time, man. You can have a good time.
So that did lead to a small, quick question I had for y'all, because Solo Leveling is taking the anime and TV world by storm. It's breaking records left and right. And it's becoming one of those anime IPs like a Demon Slayer, like a Dragon Ball, like a Attack on Titan, where it's becoming bigger than like the anime genre IP itself. So eventually, like, what do you think is going to be the next big move? Because we know Demon Slayer, eventually they got Rise and Universal, and they got video games and stuff like that. Are we going to see a Solo Leveling roller coaster in the next year or two? Are we going to see like a real live action with a lot of money behind it? Like, because they got the motion right now, because they're doing better than what Demon Slayer was doing when they first started. So, but a part of that is attributed to the success of Demon Slayer. I'm not going to take away anything from Demon Slayer.
I don't think they should do live action with this at all. The amount of look, if Attack on Titan couldn't do it, Solo Leveling can't either.
I don't know if I agree with that.
I'll just look. Was Attack on Titan I just didn't like how the Titans looked. I just don't think we're there to do exactly everything that Solo is attempting to accomplish. Like it's a perfect anime. Don't do a live action. Not everything needs to be live action. In terms of how to grow the thing, it all depends on what the author wants. Like if you want to give it a roller coaster, go ahead. That's fine. But live action, other things, like you could tell if you've been reading Ragnarok, the author's fixing all the mistakes he's learning from the first series. He's actually giving it a story. He's making it worth something. The fights are pretty cool. The fact that he understood that I created pretty cool characters and I dropped them off. Like such as, like, for instance, the demon girl that he meets when he's climbing up the tower. She comes back and she's important. Now, like, look, Chahane is the winner. She won. She gets the dude. But the fact that I still gonna talk about the Gila girl. The Gila girl was
What to do with the success of Solo Leveling?
no. But it's no. But hold on. Let me
Let him
okay,
land.
fine,
Let
I'll
him land.
I think it's just the fact that the author is going back and bringing these really good side characters in. All of that's going to make the IP better. Ragnarok has made the IP better. It's just that it hasn't gotten an adaptation yet. Ragnarok is amazing. That's why I'm bringing the Sheila girl up. You got all these great characters you can bring back, and let's see what he does. I understand that there's all this and people are dragging it. Miles, I'm like you. I enjoyed the episode, but the fight itself, I wasn't moved in terms of the fight. But hopefully, like the fact that it's above, like, was it One Piece, and people are like, this is the greatest anime of all time. Y'all are just falling for the okie doke, because One Piece gonna come back and it's gonna blow this shit out the water. There's plenty of other anime that are better, but come on.
Sky's blue.
Yeah.
I guess I'm gonna be the opposite take, and I want to clarify a couple things. One, I haven't brought up One Piece yet, so me being a Attacker being a One Piece fan, that's kind of sad. Two, I think Solo is cool. I just think when people start putting it in a Demon Slayer realm, that's where I have the problem. And then to address Lonnie's actual question, I guess I'm in a differing camp from Random. I think when you have a successful product, you should go all in. I'm talking bobbleheads, Funko Pops, live actions, spin-offs, do it all. Right now, you're really, really popular. You have the ability where you can fail and people can still believe in you because you're new, instead of you waiting and you trying to do this stuff later and failing, and it hurts your already declining product. While you're rolling down the mountain, while your snowball's getting bigger, do it all. Simple. That's all I do.
Yeah, I do. Oh, were you going to say something?
I guess I should.
I was just gonna say,
Yeah, real quick. They're already doing that because
all right.
because Solo was doing that before it got an adaptation. That's sorry.
Sure.
Solo was already doing that before the adaptation happened. So that's why I'm not counting that. It was just in Korea. It just wasn't worldwide. My bad.
No, you're good. You're good. I'm just messing, by the way. I would just say if I'm Solo Leveling, I'm with Miles. Whenever something's hot and popping, like that's the time to capitalize in marketing, in my opinion. If I'm them, I'm trying to get collabs with anybody. I'm calling Meg the Stallion, like, hey, you want to do a quick cosplay of this? Just put my name out there. Not just in in the Eastern markets, but here in the West, like start doing anything that would just get eyes on your IP. You've seen the collabs with One Piece and the Lakers. You've seen with Demon Slayer and baseball.
Yeah.
I mean, if put Sun Jin Woo in football pads, do something. Like at this point, you're the most popular anime right now. Why not just go all in?
Yeah, I agree to that as well. And I do think one thing that definitely helps it, obviously, with the uptrend of the anime is that something we already spoke about. This season in anime is weak. Solo Leveling is really the only anime that stands out. Although I really like Apothecary Diaries, it's not flashy enough to stand out by any means. So Solo Leveling, I like I said, I like it. I think Apothecary Diaries is better than Solo Leveling, but Solo Leveling just pops more. It's more flashy. It's more entertaining. It appeals to a casual audience better. What I actually wanted to touch upon a little bit, because Miles said that, and I do think it's an interesting conversation, is Solo Leveling not Demon Slayer, is what you said? I still think Demon Slayer is better than Solo Leveling. I do think the story, the animation, Demon Slayer has better animation. The story, I think Demon Slayer's story is better, and I think their characters are better, and I think the world is about. I'll give it to Solo Leveling. Ultimately, I know Solo Leveling is a hot new toy, but this is the first time we can really glaze Demon Slayer. I think Demon Slayer is better than Solo Leveling. Sorry, Solo Leveling fans, but you know, I did see some comments. Oh yeah, this is better than Demon Slayer. So we might have put something on the table and say, hold your horses. I think you guys forget how good Demon Slayer is, even though it was also overhyped.
Riddell, you saying better? I must put my foot down. I think it's comfortably better. Not just better. I think it's comfortably better.
So I'll say that I do think Demon Slayer is better, but I feel like it's Solo Leveling at least at this stage, like where Demon Slayer was, is getting received a little better. Not that Demon Slayer got received better anyway, but like right now, Solo Leveling, it's also memeable. Like one of the biggest trends right now is people reacting to like the cliffhangers of every episode. I just saw like the other day, like old couple, like they look like they're in the 70s or 80s. They're watching Solo Leveling and then they're reacting to the cliffhanger of Sun Jin-woo saying exchange. So it's like people are like saying like, oh, what's this trend about? What's this trend? Like Solo Leveling is this, it's getting the ball rolling in outside of just the anime space. And I think basically it's already outpacing what Demon Slayer was doing.
But there's nothing. But my thing is like there's nothing else. They're really
that's not Solo Leveling's fault that there's nothing else. If it's still outpacing Demon Slayer, then it's still outpacing Demon Slayer. If it's becoming memeable,
can that not add the context to why it's receiving
that's
the amount of
context.
attention?
yeah, but the context doesn't change the results.
Yes,
the
it
context
does.
would change the result.
Yeah,
if
it
there's
does.
Lonnie, if you're running a race with nobody, you're going to win.
Yes,
No,
but
you saying Bolt right next to you, you're not winning.
It changes the complete. It changes everything.
Lonnie,
There's nothing going against it.
No, what I'm saying, of course, like
Lonnie, let me
Demon
ask you this. Let me ask you this, and I'm very curious to hear your answer. If Demon Slayer season 2 came out and Solo Leveling season 2 is already here, what would be better?
I would say Demon Slayer season 2. I would say Demon Slayer season 2, but it's not what's better right now. It's like what's everyone talking. It's like what's people are objectively are talking, of course, more about Solo Leveling right now than
There's
they were
nothing
about
else
Demon
to
Slayer.
talk about.
I
Lonnie.
agree, but the result, but it's not. It doesn't diminish Solo Leveling success.
Lonnie.
Nobody's saying that
Nobody's
though.
saying that.
Nobody's
Wait,
saying that.
Miles, what you were gonna say?
Solo Leveling comes out 4 months earlier during One Piece and Bleach. Does it do the same numbers it's doing?
No,
I don't think so.
Mm-mm.
it's not as memeable. It's not more talked about. No, just no.
I think timing is a big part of
that's
Timing is a big part, but at the same time, the success that it's getting right now.
They did this last year too. There's some January merchants. They dropped in January last year. This is what they do. They drop when there's nothing else there.
I'm trying to remember.
I respect it.
Mashal.
I respect it too. Don't get it misconstrued. But
no, look. This is the way I think when you compare it to Demon Slayer, it's unfair because first things first. It's a whole different. It's a manhwa. It's not a manga. People were talking about Solo Leveling way
Casuals
more than
don't care about that. Casuals don't care about manhwa.
But okay, no. But this is what I mean. It had way more hype behind it. Around nobody was talking about Demon Slayer before the anime came out. The same way they were talking about Solo. When people were talking about anything, bro,
that's true.
Like just wait till Solo gets an adaptation. Just wait. Mind you, season 2, Demon Slayer was going band for band with Attack on Titan final season. That's why. Like that's why I'm so confident about where it would place. And to say obviously we've already answered it. Like in terms of think about okay, when I say band for band, think about that Sunday, Miles, where we were going, we got Attack on Titan and Demon Slayer. That was a goated Sunday. That was a goated Sunday.
You want to know what I was watching and you want to know what I wasn't watching?
Look,
I'm not gonna say too much.
all right. But I think the fact that we got that and
I was tripping right now. Miles.
You know what? Hey, it is
What are you doing?
look, Now, either way, Solo's enjoying success. I think, like you said, timing's a big part of it. The fact that it's when people talk when they want to get into manga, when the casual's like, oh, I want to read more about Korean comics, manga, whatever. What's the first stories that always get pushed out? It's Solo. Solo's always one of the first two stories that people recommend. And that's a big part of it. Plus the fact that a lot of people like now that manga was getting a lot of love, it's getting a lot of hype that way. It's a big part of it. I wholeheartedly reject that. I'm with Riddell. Demon Slayer's better. I'm with Miles. I think it clears. The way Demon Slayer treats his side characters, it's not even close. It's not even close. The story, like still the fact that we can throw up Tengen Gyutaro against any Demon Slayer, against any Solo leveling fight, and it's better.
No one's saying. I'm not saying that Solo is better than Demon Slayer. I'm saying that right now, it's right where it's at right now. It's popping a little bit more than Demon Slayer was. Yes, Demon Slayer was competing with that Attack on Titan. That doesn't take away that Solo leveling right now is breaking records left and right. That is
Context.
That's my only point. I'm not saying it's better than Demon Slayer.
I
understand everything that Lonnie's saying. My thing is that I think the numbers are inflated because of the weak anime season that there is. That's all I'm saying. It has the success, it has everything, but the weak anime season is definitely inflating numbers.
And Lonnie, this is not directed at you because I don't think this is not what you're doing. Y'all don't like to apply the context when it comes to series that y'all happen to like. We're just saying apply the context. We're not saying if I have a business and I'm trying to, let's say I'm making music, I'm not dropping the same weekend as Drake or Kendrick Lamar or any of them because I want people to listen to my stuff. Obviously, I'm not mad at the studio for dropping when they dropped. However, there's context to be added there. They're not dropping alongside some of the heaviest titans possible. So, of course, people are going to watch. The heaviest titans are gone.
Yeah. And I think it's fine. Like, I don't think we're trying to, shit on Solo leveling or anything here. But we are a podcast of ball knowers. So we're going to tell you the God honest truth. And Solo leveling is a great starter anime. I mean, did it make I don't think it made our top 10 casuals list, but
it was mentioned a lot.
It probably should.
It definitely was mentioned. And some people in the comment section also mentioned it. If you like Solo, that's fine. Like Solo, there are stuff that we for sure think are better that is out there. And I do think another part about it is Demon Slayer had that one thing that kind of pushed it over the edge that made it super hated, was when Ninja called it the best anime of all time. I don't think anybody is going to say that about Solo leveling, but if someone does, I do think it will start getting crazy hate. We ain't trying to hate on Solo leveling here, but other than the animation, other than the great fights, we see flaws in the series. We notice that this season is weak, and we're praising it. I mean, I feel like a lot of us agree that it's the Demon Slayer of manhwa and webtoons, but context is everything. Context is everything. With that said, let's dive right into our top 10 list. We have a Bankai tier member in the back that is coming up for today's episode. We weren't able to get Lewis on because he is training, becoming a wrestler, so he can't come on today's podcast episode. But we did get his list. He gave it to me. He also gave me some context, so we'll read off that list as well. So for this list, if you didn't know, if you sign up to become a Bankai tier member, you have the opportunity, if we don't have a guest, to come up to do the top 10 with us. After the top 10 is done, we'll continue the podcast episode. The guest or the Bankai tier member will leave. And today we got our boy Solo.
Yeah, Leroy dragging that. I don't think at any point Bleach was like, "Oh no, Solo leveling is coming out."
Random. What Leroy's saying quite literally makes it doesn't make no sense. You think Shueisha, Funimation, Studio Period, like, come on, bro. They have multiple IPs, multiple shows, running schedules for years and years and years in advance at a time. There's no way they saw Solo leveling and the big three was like, oh my God, we have to hide. Let's be for real. Like, we gotta be within the realm of reality sometime.
Yes, sir. All right, someone in the chat, give us an order of how you guys want us to kind of start talking about this list. This is the top 10 cartoons list. Here are some of the recommendations people have on the right that we get from the Discord survey. I'll kind of zoom out a little bit. And we'll start off with 1, go down to 10. You already know the jazz. I didn't write down all your suggestions because you guys put honestly too many, and I only can do so much. You know what I'm saying? So I only wrote down like 20-ish around of your suggestions. And I do think a lot of us are gonna have our kind of different lists and everything. But again, drop an order for how you guys want the captains to do the list in the comment section. First person to drop it, we'll go through that. Solo will start it out. And I guess before we get into it, how did you guys do your list? Like, what were you thinking about? Or did you create a list? Or are you just gonna kind of wing it while you're up here?
I made a list, and I have a lot of older, like a lot of Cartoon Network shows on mine, and one where I think me and Miles talked about it at one point. I'm putting one up very high on my list. I don't want to spoil it yet because I think it's fantastic from start to finish.
I went with a little
newer show.
I went with a little bit of objectivity, but also I went pretty much half objectivity, half fan. My personal favorites. That's how I did my list.
Fair enough. Chat, give us an order. You're not locked in.
I'm not being objective at all. Whatever Kid Miles was locked in on, that's what I'm picking.
Cook
right.
Miles.
Yeah, I'm going to. I'm just going with personal favorites.
Yeah,
that's fair. I decided to create criteria for this, so I created I had to figure out a whole criteria list because I can't grade this the same way I graded like anime because it's like heavy storytelling. So I kind of use a different criteria. When I go through it, I'm gonna explain a little bit more. But I went for peak quality is one of my criteria, consistent quality episode by episode, how good they are, how entertaining it is, the characters, and then the impact. So that's kind of how I decided to do mine. All right.
That's rude because Moon Peach has sent me.
Solo has to be first, being the guest, but Lonnie could be first.
Lonnie, yo girl sent me what I thought was the most diabolical Instagram reel today, and I was like, this is why I can't trust you with nothing.
Oh,
so on brand.
Yeah, what to say? She's my girl. What do you expect?
So it's on.
Am I just picking like number 10 or am I picking number 1?
Solo starting it. So guests always go first, regardless, and then the order of the captains is decided by the chat. So again, here's the recommendation. Here's the suggestions. Solo, you're starting it out. What do you think is the best cartoon of all time?
Shit. For me, a personal favorite on my list. I'll be honest. It's a Cartoon Network. Cartoon Network was like what I watched most of the time when I was younger. So I might have to go with Kids Next Door. For me personally, I know some people might disagree with that, but that was something that when it came on, I always made sure I was there for.
Kids Next Door. All right. Lonnie, you agree?
Is that for number 1 or number 10?
1. We always start at 1.
Oh, Kids Next Door. It's on my list, but it's not number 1 for me.
What do you got?
I have Boondocks.
Oh, thank God, Black Power. Okay.
I actually have Boondocks as well.
Oh, awesome. Hey, all right. Okay. Good stream today. We locked in, y'all. I got the Boondocks as well. Thank you.
Okay. Before, I'm sure Miles, Lonnie, and I are going to explain. Santo, random. Do you have something different?
I got Boondocks at 1.
Oh, damn.
Yes.
I'll be that guy. I had Boondocks at 2. I had Tom and Jerry at 1.
Oh, wow.
I love Tom and Jerry.
Okay. That's respectable.
Okay. Well, with that said, Boondocks is obviously number 1. Miles, since you were the most excited about it, why don't you start the explanation?
Boondocks was just my fit, man. Especially being a black man, a lot of the things that were going on in our community growing up, seeing them in color and seeing them memed and like being funny is hilarious. I like Thugnificent. I like Tom Dubois, Uncle Tom with a real black ass name. I think the Boondocks is fun. It had that little bit of action in it when they needed it. It had that comedy. It touched on real issues. I just think it checked all of the boxes. while still being like a child friendly show. Yeah, I really fuck with the Boondocks.
What was your favorite episode, Miles?
You eat a dick, nigga. You.
Mine was the itis episodes because, oh god, hydraulic beds. That one fine girl you meet at the start of the episode, she gets so fat because she just loves soul food that much. But steak meter.
Was anyone else into the Kung Fu Wolf bitch? Or is it just me?
Granddad, you want to kill a Kung Fu Wolf bitch in the crib?
She was something else. I'll give you that. She was something else. Granddad had something there, but you know, she was a little too crazy. You feel me? She was too crazy.
Her friend was doing her dirty, giving her horrible advice.
She was.
Didn't she survive Mortal Kombat?
Yeah, look. She was talking to her hood rat friend.
Yeah.
She was talking to her hood rat friend. That's why she ended up dying. Like for real. Her friend was giving her horrendous advice.
But the best quote ever. Did I catch you wanting to be shit?
Oh no, I'm with you. When I kind of did my ratings for everything, there's only one cartoon that was on a tier on its own on the very top, and that was the Boondocks for me. After really kind of going through it, because I do think some things that I was looking at was like the characters are generational. Like I rate things out of a 4-point scale. 5 is generational. Huey, Riley, not Granddad, but Uncle Ruckus. Those 3 characters, generational. Everybody knows who they are. Everybody has a opinion about them, and everybody. Some people really like Uncle Ruckus, maybe for the wrong reasons, but you know, Uncle Ruckus is hilarious. He is the epitome of, you know, a certain word that's kind of associated with an animal that's black and, you know, silver. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, but yeah, Boondocks is hilarious. It has amazing episodes that we've been talking about. The impact is undeniable, especially for Black culture. Yeah, Boondocks is pretty.
Matt, the impact it had on Usher's career, because Let It Burn went crazy because of Boondocks. And a pimp named Slipback. Okay, we here.
Oh, the dude that wanted Tom in prison.
You got a felony
all the time, bro.
Yo, Tom went through it on that show.
Booty is mine. You can't have my booty.
You go to jail, you get.
Do you know? Y'all know how many times I see like when Riley's like, "Hey, a pimp named Slipback. How do you feel about homies over hoes?" He's like, "I don't understand that. A pimp named Slipback will put a lot of things over a hoe." And he was like, a tuna fish sandwich with all the fish and over a hoe. And I'm like, oh my god, like
I'm not gonna hold you though.
Amazing.
I'm not gonna hold you. Lemon pepper tuna milk over. I'm taking that over. Lemon pepper tuna milk goes crazy.
All right, real quick, let's answer all this question for everybody here. Favorite Boondocks character. Let's go through everybody. I'll start in reverse order. My favorite. I don't think this is surprising. No, you guys know my personality. My favorite is Huey, obviously. Random, who's your favorite?
It was Huey. There got to be at least one regular motherfucker in a group of complete degenerates or whatever. Like I think a lot of I want to which is crazy. Last week I watched a YouTube video of somebody dissecting his character.
Sorry, Random. $5 super chat by Ken. He said, "I need a Monster Hunter crew who with me." Ken, are you in our Discord? Are you logged in?
Because they be getting active in the Discord on Monster Hunter.
Yeah, get in that Discord, boy, and game up. Appreciate the $5 though.
Yeah, send me some clips. I'm not gonna play it, but I'll watch it. Call J Rob. I know he plays Monster Hunter, but Huey's one of those characters. Miles, Lonnie, Solo. Like 20 years from now, he'll still be relevant, and they'll still be talking about him. That's how great of a character I believe Huey is.
Facts. Favorite character?
Pimp named Slickback. I pray for this bitch's soul. Guide my pimp hand and make it strong. That shit kept me.
Okay. Miles.
Tom Dubois.
Tom. Okay. That is surprising me. I'm not gonna lie. Tom. Okay. Nah, I need to hear explanation. Tom.
he's just funny, man. And I like the black guy who don't get it. Because he thinks he made it because he's living in the suburbs. And he don't get that he's just like Huey, Granddad, and Riley. His lack of self-awareness is just funny to me. I just think he's funny whenever he's on screen.
Okay. Lonnie,
His wife ain't shit.
she was pretty good, other than the Usher episode. Like the Usher episode was rock bottom.
No, she had a. She was tripping, bro. She had a lot of moments where she.
He also needed Tom to kind of grow up a little bit too. Like he was kind of, you know what I'm saying? I'm just saying.
She knew, but at that point, she knew who she was marrying.
Mm-hmm.
But no, mine's Huey. But like a close second is that old rich white guy. Like he was on demon time. Always on demon time.
His son, what was his son name? He used to always have a gun with him. Yeah.
I'm surprised you didn't pick Riley. I'm gonna be honest. I'm surprised.
When he made them basically slaves, that was great.
Yo, yeah, he was tripping. Alabama assholes kind of acting up also. Oh yeah, the Obama episode. Solo, who's your favorite character?
I'm gonna have to go with Riley, just because, like, he don't care, man. He really gives no fucks, and he just embodied it, like, stereotypical black person. I don't lie.
He a YN.
Exactly.
YN, bro.
He throw his hands like this.
Really
legendary. I'm not gonna lie, Riley might have started the trend of current.
Yeah, he did.
There's no young NBA young boy without Riley.
Nah, for real though. For real.
I mean, my president is black and my Lambo is blue.
Miles was about to say something. He held himself back.
$2 super chat. Sauce said LL John, Granddad was my favorite. Ooh, Granddad love.
Granddad is good.
Honorable mention to Bushido Brown. I'm mad they did him like that against the hateocracy, but my boy let his guard down and they caught him.
Also, shout out Meaner. Shout out him as well.
Yes,
he was a straight villain. Made Granddad's life hell. Came back from the dead and it was fucking things up. Nah, he was a demon.
He said the most wildest shit ever.
Facts. All right. Number 2. Lonnie, you started out.
Number 2. Can you scroll down? I just want to make sure it's.
Damn, somebody put the Jets. My God.
Who put the Smurfs on this list?
People were suggesting a lot of stuff.
Our Discord was.
They put Family Guy, but they didn't put like a whatever.
Well, I will say there are a lot of suggestions I did not put on the suggestion because I wasn't going to do all that. There was
I'm gonna be biased. I'm gonna be biased and selfish. I'm gonna put Archer at 2.
You're gonna have to sell me. I'm gonna be honest. To be fair, I never watched Archer. So.
At 2?
At 2? I don't have it at 2, but it is good.
$2 super chat by Kent. He said the absence of evidence is not evidence of absence. What the hell are you talking about? Why'd you say that?
Samuel Jackson cooking.
What is the context of you saying this?
He was every time they got in trouble and somebody started calling him out, he's like, the absence of evidence is not the evidence of absence. And he would be like, what the hell does that mean? Every time.
It's a line from Boondocks. Oh, okay. My bad, man. I wasn't locked in.
Yeah, no, if you haven't watched Archer, I don't know what to tell you. The correct answer is Avatar: The Last Airbender, but I'm capping for Archer right now. Archer is all the comedy you get from American Dad, Family Guy, and all that. But if you just add some sophisticated ass satire and peak characters, that's Archer right there. That's Archer right there. Now Taylor wants to say it's mid. What her ass like to watch fucking Bob's Burgers all damn day, but we ain't gonna talk about that.
Bob Burgers is cool. Bob Burgers is cool.
No, I'm not surprised you like Bob's Burgers.
All I said is it was cool. It was cool.
I'm not surprised you like that.
The comedy in Archer is so like the one-liners. He's having a conversation with his mom. He said, "You know, when I was young, I would believe that you weren't my mom," and her response was, "Me too."
That is kind of
valid. Okay, Miles, what's your number 2?
So I have 2 that could be in this spot. We can do like not well. Archer's not a kid show, so yeah. I got for 2. I got South Park.
Cook. South Park is one of the most important shows in TV history.
It's my favorite adult cartoon.
Is it more important than Family Guy?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Absolutely. Absolutely is.
In terms of rhetoric, in terms of like certain types of rhetoric, yeah.
South Park exposed Scientology.
Everything.
Everything. Like Scientology was this big boogeyman. Scientology was this big boogeyman before that episode. Hell, they almost caused a war when they were going to show Muhammad on TV, if y'all remember that.
And they did.
They did.
And Comedy Central was like, nah, we got to censor this because they like, I really hope like at one point y'all really sit down and think about how important South Park is. South Park was in my top 5, but at that point,
don't gotta tell me. South Park is my favorite adult cartoon. I think it's the funniest adult cartoon because I really like satirical humor.
Me too, Riddle.
Riddle, you've really never seen Archer?
Nah, I just never got into it. Honestly, just never was.
That would be like one of your shows. Like that, Archer is like that.
No, does it have singing?
No.
No.
Oh, damn. Well,
not at all.
that's tough.
All
right.
You want it to have singing?
Oh yeah, music is great in adult cartoons.
I mean, there's like the occasional like number or whatever, but it's not like it's by the same people that make like American Dad and Family Guy and Bob's Burgers. It's the same people.
No, yeah, I'm aware. I just haven't watched it. I really don't have a good reason. I just haven't watched it.
I think
all right,
it's highly overrated in my opinion. So that's just me.
Lonnie said Archer. Miles said South Park. Santo, go ahead. And you guys don't need me to read out your name. If the guy's done, just go up next.
Archer is definitely making this list. I'm just saying that. But I don't have it at 2. At 2 for me, I think is one of the smartest comedy written cartoons, and it's Animaniacs. For political comedy, religious comedy, they poked fun at everything. Great side characters like Pinky and the Brain, Elmira. I have Animaniacs at 2.
I'm gonna fight. I want to fight for Tom and Jerry. Tom and Jerry needs to make this list as well, but I'm with Miles. I'm picking South Park because South Park was literally number 3 on my list.
Yeah.
I was gonna say I'll switch mine to South Park.
The thing is, right? So I have like a tier 2, and I'm just gonna let you know who the tier 2s are. My tier 2 for cartoons is Avatar and Teen Titans. Those are my tier 2s. South Park just missed tier 2. It is the top of my tier 3. The only reason why I didn't have South Park higher is because I don't think it's, other than like Cartman and maybe like Randy Marsh, I don't think it has that as impactful as characters, because Cartman's hilarious. I'm not saying they're not good. I'm just talking about overall impact and presence. Like when people talk about South Park, they're talking about Randy Marsh or Cartman. Let's be honest. And when it comes down to overall impact, I think it's a very specific type of people who really like South Park. And then I do think there's a section of people who really hate South Park too, for obvious reasons, because they make fun of everything. So that's what kind of left it a little bit lower. Oh, and Kenny, but for the memes mostly.
And Cal. Hey, Cal.
Also, Butters.
Yeah, Butters is a fucking.
Butters is goated.
I'll give you Butters too.
Goated, bro.
Chef.
Oh no, not Chef.
Bro, I'm not putting Chef up there, but Butters.
Butters.
We just gonna disrespect Chef.
Just thinking about Butters got me lying, laughing at me.
Yeah, Butters is looking number 3 on that list.
Oh, I think because we haven't seen Chef in a while. Chef is goated. What are we doing here?
Chef is good, but he doesn't have that.
Yeah, but he's not. He doesn't get like his own episodes like Butters does.
Yeah. So
What's the teacher?
Mr. Garrison.
Mr. Garrison's went through like the whole journey. He's got
He literally became Donald Trump. What's the respect on South Park's name, bro? What's the respect on South Park's name?
Whoa. Hold on. Let me address random.
Token black.
I'm a South Park guy. Don't get it twisted.
Mr. Garrison.
I'm a South Park guy, but I have to be and I have to compare it to like these other cartoons. And I do think Avatar and Teen Titans just have a leg up on South Park, which is why I have them rated higher. But I really like South Park. I'm not mad at South Park.
I think South Park popularity is bigger than Avatar or Teen Titans.
I don't
both of
agree.
them.
I think Avatar and Teen Titans are more popular than South Park.
What?
No way.
South Park is crazy.
What?
No way.
Yes,
I think that's insane to say.
That is insane.
What?
I love.
I think
Titans.
South Park is comfortably like way more popular than Avatar and Teen Titans.
South Park is
Way
spoken about in even
more.
political space.
I don't even think they're in the same conversation in terms of popularity.
I don't agree at all.
Wow.
I don't agree at all. I think South Park was also made for
Don't
adult.
do that.
Yeah,
Don't
yeah,
do that.
that's
Don't do
It's
that.
all
That's another thing
every
I'm
single
thinking.
middle
South
schooler
Park
and
is
high
more
schooler
so like-
watched. Everyone in middle school watched South Park.
They all,
Everyone in high
no,
school
not
watched South Park.
everyone. No, not everyone. Not everyone.
What
A lot of
school did
people-
you
Yeah, I
go
wasn't
to?
one of
One-
them, boy. I ain't gonna
one-
lie.
Solo,
A lot of
cook this
parents-
man.
A lot of parents
Solo,
did
get
not.
him. Solo, get him.
Get him, Solo.
I mean, I don't know why you guys are combating me here. When it comes to South Park, the difference is it was a very risque show. There's a lot of parents that did not want their kids.
That's what made kids
there's-
watch.
That's what I was trying to say. I'm one of those. I didn't really watch a lot of
my
South
parents did
Park.
not let me
so I
watch
can't
South
speak on
Park.
it.
I stayed up until like 1:00 in the morning to watch South Park, like every
That's-
other middle schooler in high school.
That's fine. You don't represent every kid that has ever existed. The difference is there was a barrier when it came to watching South Park versus watching Avatar and Teen Titans. Everybody was watching it.
And
Parents
those
were
were
stopping
kids,
their
so
kids.
those had smaller audiences.
Then
Yeah,
no,
my
it
mother was one of
didn't.
those. She ain't want me
Avatar,
watching no
Teen
South
Titans
Park.
Nobody's
Someone look
talking
up the
about
views.
Teen Titans
Someone
the
look
same
up
way
the
they're
views.
talking about
I'm pretty sure South Park probably triples and quadruples Avatar and Teen Titans put together.
Nobody talks about Teen Titans the same way they talk
Oh.
about Park.
Are we
Nobody does.
serious? Teen Titans is one of the most talked about shows of all
You're
time.
the only one on this
It's not
show,
more,
Odell.
it's not more
Like-
popular than South Park, though.
No,
Riddell, even in your political
I'm just
speech,
talking about in generality.
All right, but
think
Riddell,
think about
even
this.
Riddell, even in your political sphere, they talk about South Park. Do you remember the picture with the world leaders in the UN holding that little globe? That was South Park.
But that's not. I mean, of course, South Park
No.
talks about politics. My
No.
thing is, in terms of general conversations and general discourse, something that is more easier to talk about, it is for sure Teen Titans and Avatar because they don't have that controversial talking points attached to
that's
it.
Easier
that's-
doesn't mean more popular, though.
That's what I was just about
But
to
I
say.
also think
That's
it's easier and more popular.
Mm-mm.
No way.
but it's not.
Mm-mm.
All right. Well, I mean, there's no way for us to kind of, even
I
though
mean-
I clearly like South Park more, there's no way for us to kind of, unless we look up numbers. But other than that,
Oh, all right. I found the numbers.
South Park is
I
still
thought-
going.
so
I had them too,
I
but I'll
found
let
the
you do the honors,
I found the
Lonnie.
numbers for context. So per episode, Avatar averaged 1.1 million viewers per episode. South Park averaged 3+ million viewers per episode.
It's literally carrying Comedy
Triple.
Central.
It's literally triple.
It's
Three-
literally carrying Comedy
3
Central.
million viewers per episode compared to 1.1 million.
and
But
it's
that-
still
just-
ongoing.
they're
too.
not-
I mean, I will also say that South Park is also geared towards adults as well. So Teen
thank you,
Titans,
Leroy.
I mean,
but also,
not a lot of, I mean, not as much adults is gonna watch Teen Titans as they would South Park too.
Exactly. That's the point.
You have to take that into context too.
but there's also a lot of kids that are not watching South Park too, and a lot of adults also watching Avatar.
Regardless of that, 3 million compared to 1.1 million. 3 million, 1.1.
Yeah, but numbers can be skewed depending on where you're going to gathering the data. I will $5 super chat from Kent. The only thing that hurts Teen Titans is the band ending, but it competes. I don't
Look,
think
South
that's-
Park is
it's
harder
just-
to find. South Park is harder to find because you, especially during its heyday, you
What
had
about Comedy
to
Central?
order Comedy Central. You had to order it. Like it.
That
Come
came on the basic channels. What you mean?
Comedy Central was the basic channel. If you had Comedy Central, you also had Cartoon
Back
Network.
But before basic TV became 11 channels, when you got that 50, I think at least in New York, Comedy Central was like 33. It was right after Cartoon Network type shit.
Obviously, I can only speak for myself. I had to sneak to watch South Park, so I'm only talking about myself, right? Because my mom was like, she heard everything about South Park, said no way, no how. I was still watching it. I just think you are wholeheartedly downplaying how popular South Park is, especially when you compare.
No,
it to Avatar.
I don't think I'm downplaying it. I think the difference is Avatar, especially considering South Park, especially considering current times, has more long-standing power for people to view it generally. I don't think that necessarily means it's more popular overall because of general conversation about the series, as well as how many people it affects and impacts. I do think South Park overall, especially for people who are diehard, will rewatch it constantly. I also don't think Avatar will have that same type of benefit where it gets the rewatchability that South Park has. Obviously, it's also much longer, much bigger, and it doesn't suffer from a sequel that nobody really likes. My thing is ultimately is I do think South Park is extremely popular, but if you go across most people in terms of the something that they're also not only willing to talk about or most likely to talk about, but also seen, I think generally, if you had to poll people, they would either know of or have talked about or have watched Avatar versus South Park. I feel like that is very little and minuscule. Hey, don't get me wrong. I love South Park, but I'm just talking about general people.
Yeah, and 3.33 plus million compared to 1.1 million. I don't per new episode is I don't know how we can dispute that, but okay.
I mean, I just did, and when I kind of described
the whole chat is saying you're tripping. The stats saying you're tripping. It's literally triple the audience, Riddell. It's triple the audience.
I already explained it. Like, I mean,
you can explain it, but then when they provide you the stats for it, what's there to refute? Like you're saying stats can be skewed. Sure,
the numbers were closer. I'd agree, but they're not close at all.
3 million people watch it. The next week, when a new episode showed up, 3 million people would watch it.
It's a chasm gap between the two. It's different if they were close. If it was 1.5 to 1.1, the numbers could be skewed, right?
And
triple.
The newest season 25 is 1.4. That's still more than Avatar.
And aside from that, especially in the industry that it is, popularity does make shows continue. This has been on since '97 and it's still ongoing. Teen Titans is done.
I'm not gonna lie. Underrated point, being known as a taboo can also play into how well known it is too. People being unwilling to talk about it being a subject nobody wants to touch. It's not because they don't know what it is. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, when I say the thing, when I'm talking about the numbers being skewed, I am talking about the rewatchability at the end of the day and the taboo effect at the end of the day. And the fact that obviously, especially the time that it was going on, that adults were the ones that are looking forward to it because they're the ones who are controlling cable compared to kids. So I do think there's a lot of factors that play into it. My thing is ultimately, and then we can kind of wrap this one up. I think if you're asking general people what they are more know about, I do think it will be Avatar. And I do think if we kind of go into like any sphere where we're kind of like surrounded by nerds, I think they all would not only implore Avatar more, but they would also say that they've seen Avatar over South Park. So,
well, you're muddying the sample size. You're going after nerds.
You say you're a regular person. The regular Joe Blow.
You're gonna say Avatar is better.
Yeah, but this is why I'm just saying.
Talk about cartoon topics. Those are the people I'm referring to. The general person.
You a random person.
But those aren't the only people. You can't say random person and then narrow the sample size to one type of viewer. If I go into the middle of Times Square, I live in Times Square. We can do a BSS in person. I'll go to the middle of Times Square, and if I ask people, "Have you seen South Park?" and "Have you seen Avatar?" I'll bet my life on it. More people will say they've seen South Park.
Of course, remember.
But I already brought up that example when I said the general person. The only reason why I transition over to like the nerd conversation is what are they more invested into talking about in a general conversation? Because in terms of popularity, what you're more willing to talk about, what has your interest more, and what's a conversation you have on a more consistent basis also plays into the popularity. Like what hits the algorithm, for example, that also plays into popularity, which is why I brought up that alternative example.
But wouldn't that be you skewing the numbers?
No,
Santa, that's literally skewing. That's literally that's skewing the numbers.
That's skewing.
No, I'm just talking about another type of metric and looking at popularity. I didn't say that's the only way to look at it because I already brought up the generalization point when talking about the average person. That was my first point. Then I transitioned to the second point in terms of conversation. What is buzzing? So that was the second point. So but hey,
the latest season is still outviews Avatar. So I don't know.
I mean, it's still ongoing. It's not the same.
Which
The new
goes
season,
in-
and then when
which
every
goes
new episode
into
comes
the
out for South
popular-
Park, it still gets more views than what Avatar got. That
the
is
fact that it's still going just lends to the argument of that it's still more popular.
No, I mean, Case Closed is still ongoing, but it's not more popular than a lot of series.
These are not the same. Case Closed is
agree to
not,
disagree. I just feel like you don't understand how big South Park was.
Case Closed is
do
not the same
understand
as
how
South
big
Park
it
at
is.
all.
What other when it comes to South Park, other than today, when's the last time you talked about South Park with people? When's the last time you heard? When's the last
Yesterday.
time?
That has nothing to do with
Rendell, I'm gonna be charitable. I haven't talked about South Park in a while. Sure, it doesn't mean it's not more popular, bro. Like, I don't know what to tell you. Just because people are talking about something doesn't mean it's more popular.
Outside the pod, was the last time you talked about
it? That means that's an
No,
indicator of popularity.
no,
No.
That's what pop means. Pop, it means
No.
popular.
No.
Okay, that's
Rendell,
literally
I'm
the definition
sorry.
of pop.
no.
That's the definition of pop. What is pop music? What does pop music mean? It's popular music. That is the music that is trending at that time.
Yeah,
that is
people
the
talk.
definition of popular.
Yet there was a period of time when rap music was more popular than pop, and it was still called pop. So what's your point?
It was a genre is pop music. That the music that is popping on the radio.
The
at that
music
time.
was called pop because it was popular. There was another genre of music not called popular music that was more popular at a period of time.
Yeah, but that genre still exists for a very particular type of music that is popular.
Sure, but it wasn't the most popular.
The fact that it is a genre,
But it wasn't the most
music
popular.
that is super popular on the radio. That still matches the
That's
definition.
weird.
So, pop is not a sound. It's a popular music. That's all it means.
Regardless, the numbers said what they said. All right, what are we voting for?
South Park.
South
I'm
Park.
up for South Park.
I'm cool with South Park because it's still my favorite adult cartoon, but I still got Avatar over.
Okay, who's next for 3? Miles, I think you're next.
No, Miles,
Oh, I got Avatar at 3.
Yeah, we'll go on. We'll go on.
Not
Go
much
Avatar.
to say. We
We'll
know
go
what
Avatar.
Avatar is. Not much to say there.
I'll be the guy. I'd rather watch Tom and Jerry than Avatar.
I'd rather I honest. I mean this is where I'd say
That's a
I'll
tough
be
one.
objective versus what I would personally rather watch. I put Avatar 3 and I think I'll be okay.
My list is just like things that if I put a 10, these are the 10 shows I'd rather watch. Avatar's on my list, but I'd rather watch Tom and Jerry before Avatar.
All right, fair enough. Who's next?
Santo.
I mean, I know you guys aren't going to vote for animated, so I'll put another one that I have: the Batman animated series. I think it's the best voiceover cartoon out there of all time. I think it's great. There's no bad episodes. I have it up.
Okay.
Go watch Tom. Whatever. I mean, I'm gonna get outvoted, but I'm gonna keep fighting for Tom and Jerry.
Yeah, I never really liked Tom and Jerry as a kid, so it's not on my list personally. So you won't see me kind of helping you out with that vote. But I'm going Teen Titans. You know, kind of similar. It was in my second tier. Teen Titans great. I already know this. So yeah, Teen Titans.
I'm going Family Guy.
It's Solo's turn.
Oh,
Yeah, I'm gonna go random. Tom and Jerry.
Oh wow.
I have a special because especially when I just moved here and I wasn't speaking English, I could just watch Tom and Jerry. Nobody was talking. You know, it was just hijinks. I think that really helped me out. Just a fun show. You could turn on right now. We'd have a blast.
Well, I found that stuff boring, which is why I didn't watch it. But you know, to each their own. That's why entertainment is subjective. So I ain't mad at it. Lonnie said Family Guy. Miles, what did you say?
I'll go with Teen Titans.
Oh, so we got 2-2. Tom, Jerry, Teen Titans. Lonnie said Family Guy. Santo said Batman the Animated Series. So we either could put a poll up or
I'll switch. I'll go Teen Titans.
Yeah, I'm about to say I'll do the Teen Titans, but
All
four
right.
gonna be Tom and Jerry for me though.
Teen Titans. All right, it's on me. Shout out Tom and Jerry. I wasn't dissing Random's pick. I'm just like, he said everybody will have a good time. I wouldn't have a good time. That's why I said it. You know what I'm saying?
I don't have Tom and Jerry on my list.
Yeah, Tom and Jerry's not on my list. Family Guy's not on my list either. So my third tier. So I might as well ask you guys this: is Arcane a cartoon? Are you guys considering a cartoon?
Yeah.
Sure.
Well,
Sure.
yeah.
Just making sure we're on the same page. So, in my tier 3,
Bro, just about to skip my pick. That's crazy.
Didn't you pick Tom and Jerry's here? Or
It was my go.
Oh, go ahead, go for it.
You know what? This is gonna be the last time I fight for Tom and Jerry because I'm pretty sure it's not gonna make this list. But
Yeah.
Tom and Jerry, I'm a fight. Tom and Jerry's fun,
You
man.
gonna waste all your rounds on Tom and Jerry?
Actually, no. Phineas and Ferb. Phineas and Ferb is amazing. One of the best shows, one of the best animated shows Disney's ever made. Like Santo said, no bad episodes of Phineas and Ferb. The song when they start singing is great. When they crafting is great. When Candace being a snitch, it's great. Doofenshmirtz is great. Like Perry the Platypus, Phineas and Ferb absolutely deserves to make this list. It's highly, highly underrated. People do not talk about that show enough.
I'm actually fine with that pick.
Phineas and Ferb
Yeah, I'm
was
okay
fourth
with
on my
that.
list.
I'm good with the pick. At 5 is tough, but I mean, I'm good. I like it.
And their songs low key slap. Their songs really slap.
Phineas and Ferb probably. I didn't have it on my list, but thinking about it, I might have it like closer around the 10 range.
They even had a movie that was great too. They was
The
cooking.
movie was really good. I think honestly, Phineas and Ferb definitely probably deserves a shout, at the very least mention. So I'm not even mad at the mention. I forgot to do this.
Yeah.
So Lewis sent his list. I should have been reading this off while we were talking. He also stated that he shows like SpongeBob, Fairy Odd Parents, Ed and Eddie are hard for him to rank. He went strictly story-driven shows for his lists versus episodic episodes. So that's something that he wants people to know. So his number 1 was Samurai Jack. His number 2 was Avatar. His number 3 was Teen Titans. And his number 4 was Sonic X. So that is his top 4 right now.
This whole Cinderella Jack bullshit. Anyways,
Samurai Jack's a great show.
Samurai Jack. What did he do to you?
What's the problem? It's a great show.
it's great. A top 10 cartoon of all bruh.
I like it better than a few on this list.
Riddell, Random, do you have a top 10? Then what are we talking about?
Damn.
I mean, I have it on my top
He
10.
cold with it. God
Oh,
damn.
there's random.
I have it
You
on my
said
top 10.
random
It's at the bottom of the 10, but I have it there.
Talk about Samurai Jack the way I talk about Sakamoto days.
That's
What,
it.
Sakamoto
No,
Days
that's
straight out of
hate.
nowhere. It's crazy.
Not the manga. But let's not.
We hate on Samurai Jack like that, Santo?
No, it's not hate. It's just let's be objective about Samurai Jack. He number 1.
That's Lewis's list. That's not my list.
I'm just
Man, I wish Lewis was here to combat that number 1 spot, man.
right now. Are you putting Samurai Jack above any of these 4 that we have
No.
so far? No.
But it's in my
So
top
do
10.
you have? So we haven't. So you don't have it over Tom and Jerry, like you said. You don't have it over Phineas and Ferb. That's what 5, 6. Are you putting it in the next 3? No.
It was let me look. It was 9th on my list.
9,
Samurai Jack.
bruh.
I like it, like for instance, I like it more than Family Guy.
Sure. I personally don't like Family Guy like that.
Yeah, I'm not. I think Family Guy has too many terrible episodes and terrible characters.
There was a reason why it was canceled once.
Yo, Mystic, calm down, brother.
I was just about to say you don't have it over that.
Ben 10?
No, so no, the
Let
Ben
me
10.
stop.
Yeah, all right. So let me name my suggestion right here. So here, my tier 3. Obviously, South Park is in my tier 3. I also have Arcane in this tier, regular show in this tier, and Adventure Time in this tier. That's my tier 3 right here. So anyone can kind of fit in this spot. But if I had to pick one, I'll throw Arcane. Solo, on you.
I mean, I'm not mad at Arcane. I'll be honest. It is a cartoon, but I don't know. I don't put it in the same category as other cartoons. I know it's kind of weird. Yeah, I'm gonna go with a classic, Scooby Doo.
Which one? The entire, like, there's a lot of Scooby Doo's.
Oh, you talking about which one?
Just
Shit,
take the
I
whole
ain't
library.
gonna lie. I guess
The
I'm talking
entire
about
library?
the one.
There's a lot of bad in that library. Do you want to pick all the entire library?
No, I'm not trying to do
Just
the
the
entire
OG
library.
Scooby Doo. Just the OG Scooby Doo.
Yeah, the OG. That's basically what I was talking about.
Okay. All right, Scooby Doo.
It was a hazard having Velma out there. She was that blind. Nobody thought about getting her like whatever that little thing is for your glasses that sticks together so that she never loses them.
Yeah, the dude.
Hey, does the spin-off Velma show count as a Scooby
No,
Doo?
it does not. We said the
no.
OG Scooby Doo. We said the
no.
OG Scooby Doo.
No,
Okay.
that should be burned in a fire.
All right, Lonnie, it's on you.
I thought I agreed with Phineas and Ferb.
All right.
Oh, I
Phineas
forgot
and
about that.
Ferb.
I know.
Phineas
I
and
was
Ferb.
so hoping you said Archer. I
Phineas
was
and
gonna join
Ferb.
you right there, man.
Phineas and Ferb.
Next pick, Santo.
Phineas and
What's the next
Ferb.
pick?
We locked in.
Phineas and Ferb.
Collusion.
Phineas and Ferb.
Miles is on you.
Do my vote matter? Democracy wins.
I mean, only 2 people pick Phineas.
I'm picking Rugrats. I'm not picking what y'all pick. I'm picking Rugrats.
Rugrats, Scooby Doo, Arcane, Phineas and Ferb, and then Santo.
I mean, to make it. I mean, I personally would rather watch. You know what? To put a poll up, I'll go Rugrats because I personally would rather watch Rugrats than Phineas and Ferb.
Really?
Yes.
I will say this about the Rugrats movie. That boy was gonna kill that baby. He was gonna commit murder for no.
Okay. Solo, do you want to change your pick or for the ones they voted for, or do you want to stay with 10
Stand 10 toes down, Solo.
Gabe, yes, it is
I'm
bad that you've never seen Archer. Yes, it is. You'd love it.
Let's get a poll going this time.
One poll going.
Yes.
Bet.
All right. I'll put up a poll for Phineas Ferb and Rugrats. Moving forward, this doesn't automatically mean the other one goes to the next spot. So we'll see how that goes. All right.
We always do that. Why is it different now?
Yeah.
Because the last time I did it, I actually put up the vote against the next spot. So that's what we're doing it because it shouldn't get an automatic spot. It has to beat someone in order to get that spot. So
Fair.
All right, Solo, it's on you.
Yeah, I'm gonna go back for my same pick, Scooby Doo. Just leave it at that. I'm fighting for that.
All right. On you, Lonnie.
Oh, this is after the Phineas poll, right?
I haven't made it.
Dude, it's coming, but I have Archer.
Archer. Yes, sir.
And I'm just being out of the whole American Dad, Family Guy, Bob's Burgers, Archer's number 1.
Yes.
Based off comedy, based off characters, animation, of course, subjects, the little spin-off miniseries that they had for a little while they were trying to get the main storyline going. Perfect, bro. Oh, and also the characters actually progress. It's not like just episode, same shit. No, whatever happens, like it actually affects the rest of the series going forward. So, with the best satire out of all 4 of them.
I don't know, man. American Dad is elite.
American Dad's number 2 for me, but
Megas XLR was clutch. That was a great show.
I got Ed and Eddie. You just got the perfect blend to get into that bag. the perfect blend of absolute stupidity, which is my favorite type of comedy. I'm a serious person. You want to get me to laugh? Just be an idiot. I think all of the side characters are real good. Jimmy, Rolf. Yeah, I got it.
All right, Sansa.
Shout out to Johnny and Plank. By the way, honorable mention, but I do have Archer. Archer, I think, is funnier than Family Guy. I think it's funnier than American Dad, Bob's Burgers, BoJack Horseman. I think Archer comfortably above all of them.
And also, Santo, it doesn't get enough credit for its great pivot because before the things in the real world started happening, the whole agency was called ISIS.
Yes.
And then ISIS became prevalent in the real world. So they had to pivot because they were international spies, also committing crimes sometimes and stuff like that. So like, oh, we gotta change our whole story now. And they pivoted it and it was perfect.
All right, big bet. Also the poll was clearly Phineas and Ferb.
Yes, sir.
So it wasn't even close. With that said, Santo and Miles, do you guys want to go with Rugrats again?
I'll retract it. I'm gonna just stand on Ed and Eddie.
Okay.
I'm sticking with Archer.
All right.
Yeah,
Random on you.
I'm gonna go with Solo's first pick, Kid Next Door.
Okay,
Amazing show.
Not mad at that one. Yeah, I'm sticking with what I got. Arcane, regular show, and Adventure Time. I'm not a big fan of like episodic episodes like Ed and Eddie, stuff like that. I never was really that interested. I'll see an episode here and there, and there would be cool times. I will say the finale that I happened to see on TikTok was kind of crazy with Eddie's brother being an absolute demon. Straight up, shout out to Eddie's brother, I guess. But it was enjoyable for me. But I'm more into like story-driven cartoons, which is why I praise regular show and Adventure Time. Obviously, Arcane is freaking fantastic. There's really no question. Objectively, I just think it's way better than a lot of these cartoons. But I think regular show, Adventure Time are also very good. Very good stories, both of them. Surprisingly good story with Adventure Time. And it's a very unique story for Adventure Time and regular show and how they were able to tell their story in an episodic way with also telling a bigger narrative as all the characters kind of find out who they are. So those are newer. I know some people love the nostalgia horse, but those may be on newer cartoons. But ultimately, they're also extremely good and like you can just pick it up, watch the entire series, and enjoy your ride for sure. So, shout out those two. But it looks like we got two Archers. We had Ed and Eddie. We had Kids Next Door. I'll stick with Arcane, and then we got a Scooby Doo. So it looks like Archer winning, unless anybody wants to change their pick.
Yeah, I'm gonna switch to Kids Next Door.
Motherfucker.
You know what,
That was my
Random?
number one pick.
Get the
That was
one.
my
I'll
number
switch to
one-
Kids
that
Next
was
Door
my
as
number
well.
one
Yes,
pick.
sir.
Since I see somebody want to fight for it, I gotta.
You know
fight
what poll we gotta put up the poll. Who watched Archer? I'm sick and tired of these. Who put up that poll?
I ain't watch it.
Who in the chat watched Archer?
I ain't watch it.
That's what I want to see. Because I didn't watch it. Redelius didn't watch it. Random, you watched it?
No.
You didn't watch it? Solo ain't watch it. Who's watching that shit?
Why would I watch Archer when South Park exists?
It's not the same. It's not the same. They don't. So they just don't know. We can't even be mad because they just don't know.
Paul,
Like, I
who
want
watched
to
that
get mad.
shit?
I want to get them. They just don't know that.
That's what I want to see.
Because you know what? You know what's gonna happen? One day, Miles, he's gonna be chilling at home. It's just gonna pop up. He's gonna be like, "Let me just check out what Lonnie and
Let me
Santo
turn
are
that
doing."
shit right off.
You know,
And let it go to South Park.
but you know what's crazy and being completely 100% transparent, I know that if each one of y'all watch an episode of Archer, you guys would love the show.
You guys would love.
You guys would love the show.
I don't
I
know, man.
believe you, man.
Y'all gonna accidentally watch the whole season, the whole first season. Then next to be like, you know what? Archer should be a topic next week.
Hey, hey, I will say this. Maybe if I did watch, because I'm not shitting on your series. You know what I'm saying? I never watch it. I don't have a strong opinion. Maybe if I did watch it, I'll be able to cape for it like y'all do. But
I'm saying,
It
if
is
American
what it is.
Dad's not a flop, Bob's Burgers isn't a flop to some. I hate it, but a lot of people loved it.
It's
Family Guy's not a
so
flop to people. We see how long it's been out, and Archer's its other baby. You can't assume that. You just have to know that that's also probably pretty good, especially if it has like 8, 9 seasons,
that is impressive. That is impressive.
and it's done, by the way. It's done. So like it's not like the rest of them. Like they actually finished their story.
Yo, all right. The poll came out, and 67% said nah, they didn't watch it.
Sad.
That's
Yes.
tough. All right, let's move on to number 7. I think Lonnie's starting it this time. You stick with Archer?
I'm sticking with Archer. Wait, actually, can I see the whole list?
You can see their suggestions.
Because besides Archer, like SpongeBob does have to make the list, or he might get stabbed.
Ooh,
Yeah, we're on the same time, Milani, because I was sure gonna. I don't like SpongeBob, but I respect what it did.
Yeah, I respect SpongeBob. Like, I don't want to get stabbed. Like this, I don't feel like this list can be legitimate without SpongeBob being in the top 10.
I remember when people thought SpongeBob was.
I have a deep hatred for SpongeBob, so I'm gonna stay.
Damn. Why?
I'm not a fan either.
Look, I'm whatever on SpongeBob.
I'm not going to discuss it. I just have my own views on it, and I just leave it at that.
Yo, SpongeBob's the reason I got bullied in 3rd grade because, like, the first day of school, the teacher made us name like all our favorite cartoons. Everybody said SpongeBob, and I think I said Yu-Gi-Oh or some shit. And everyone's like looked at me like, "Oh, I'm weird." I was the only one in the whole class that didn't say SpongeBob.
Cooking. Hey, I mean, I'm not mad at you. When I was looking at
shows, you said Yu-Gi-Oh.
That's not a bad suggestion. If you're a kid, that Saturday morning you're watching or that Saturday night you're watching Yu-Gi-Oh.
I was the only one. Like he did a tally, like the whole class, and then I was the only one that said
you were targeted, bro. You were targeted from the beginning.
It sounds like he was the most popular kid in the class, man.
Yeah,
Santo fell out after 09. Yeah, the only reason why SpongeBob ended up making my top 10 is it got generational marks for impact, obviously, and characters. SpongeBob, Squidward, Patrick Star, generational characters, super iconic. So, it got marks from it. I gave it this grace. It's around 8 for me, but, I agree. In order to make our list valid, SpongeBob probably should make it. You know what I'm saying? This is one of those.
Yeah, just after Archer.
All right.
Objective, I would say so.
All right, Lonnie said Archer. So Miles, and then go on whenever it's your turn.
Dude.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ben 10.
Yeah, I could go with that one.
I'm sticking with Archer.
2 Archers, 1 Ben 10.
I'm sorry, y'all. I'm going with Ben 10. I already got all my my genders pushed, so now I'm just vibing with the people. Ben 10 for me.
I'm not gonna lie. If Riddell don't vote Ben 10, we might as well just move on. I mean, if you don't vote Archer, we'll just
I'll say this though. Obviously, you know what my tier 3 of cartoons are. My tier 4 include that MFing series Ben 10, because Ben 10 is legit. Ben 10 is great. Ben 10 is super entertaining. Up until Ultimate Alien. After Ultimate Alien, I don't care. So
yeah, the Omni shit, whatever it was called, that shit wasn't good.
Yeah, Ben 10, man, that show was cooking. Yeah, I go Ben 10 as well. Just gotta play the game now. Ben 10. So Ben 10 making the list.
I'm going Ben 10.
All right. Ben 10. I'm gonna be honest.
I ain't watch Archer, man. I never watched it, so I can't speak on that.
Santo and Lonnie, Archer's not making this list, bro.
That's sad. That is legit sad.
You know what? No, because this is why villains are made. Because Santo, you know what? They don't deserve Archer. They
don't
cry
in the car. Go cry in the car.
Yeah, Miles. I hope you never watch it. I hope you don't get the pleasure of watching.
I'm not. Promise you, I'm not.
Bro, I hope none of y'all watch.
My life has been going swimmingly without Archer.
I haven't missed nothing, Randall.
I hope on y'all's deathbed, y'all get to finally just see an episode. Actually, I'm gonna be at y'all's deathbed and I'm gonna play the first episode. You'll be like, "Oh, this is actually funny." And then before you can watch the second episode, I'm plugging that life that life support out. I'm plugging
So you're gonna murder me. You're gonna murder me because I didn't watch your favorite show.
You're gonna go that day anyway, random.
Miles,
I'm just
typical
gonna
villain
say
behavior.
this.
That's all I'm hearing right now.
I'm just gonna say this. I'm
When
not gonna go as far as what Lonnie just said, but we've suggested shows like House of Cards, Game of Thrones. So we've all hit with the shows that we've suggested. Severance, Paradise. I'm telling you, if you guys watch Archer, you would love the show. Knowing all of y'all.
Don't watch it. Like I said, when you want life support, say that first episode, and after that episode, no, actually, Santo, as soon as I hear, you're not my supervisor, unplug.
Amen. R.I.P. Archer, boy. All right. Miles, on you. No.
It's not gonna make it, but okay, so I'll pivot.
6, 7.
We're at our 8th spot.
I'm going SpongeBob.
This is gonna be a little curveball. If you go SpongeBob, I'll go SpongeBob. But what I was gonna throw out, I didn't watch a lot of Nickelodeon, but I fucked with that Jimmy Neutron dude. I like Jimmy Neutron.
That was tough.
Jimmy Neutron was cool.
I like Jimmy Neutron. I didn't like it more than Danny Phantom though. Danny Phantom was
Danny Phantom was like.
I wasn't a Danny Phantom fan, man.
I wasn't either.
I like Danny.
Jimmy Neutron is on my honorable mention. What? See, it's because okay. So just names that I have. The Batman animated series not being up here is crazy. I did have Futurama on my list.
Oh,
I did too.
But I'll go back to a pick that you said because it's literally on my list around 8 and 9. I'll go Ed, Edd n Eddy. I think side characters carry that show.
I'm switching my pick to Ed and Eddie.
Johnny, like an inanimate object, is a staple in the show in Plank. Like that's how great the side characters are on this show. The memes, the son of a shepherd, quotables, jawbreakers, like all of that. It's just great.
Are we really about to have no SpongeBob on this?
You know what?
I have Sponge at 10.
I think I know the perfect place where SpongeBob should be. We'll talk about it.
Sponge is at 10. It's a gatekeeper to me.
SpongeBob will be the perfect number 10 spot to piss everybody off. So we'll get there. Right.
I'm with it.
I was a fair over Jimmy Neutron over Danny Phantom. Fairy Odd Parents was the one for me. I loved Fairy Odd Parents.
The story of it is great too.
Anybody like Invader Zim?
Over Invader Zim was great, but Fairy Odd Parents, especially when you learn the twist about how the show works.
Yeah, that twist is kind of wild. I'll shout out the movies. The movies are really good.
Movies
are really good.
Also, great crossover with Jimmy Neutron too.
I agree.
Oh, yeah.
Great crossovers with Jimmy Neutron.
Shout out. Again, not a big episodic guy. Also, let me remember to read out Lewis's list. His number 4 was Sonic X. Number 5 was Ben 10. Number 6 was Justice League, the whole series. Jaden with the $2 super chat. Yo, boys, mad late in the hospital. Had to tap in.
Damn.
Wow, bro, you good?
You still tapping in. I hope you good, bro.
Hopefully, it's not the same as Sauce's situation. That's still one of the greatest things that happen on the pod.
I'll say this: we have the most loyal fans, bro. They be here, rain, snow.
Yeah.
Hey, hopefully you're in and out of that hospital, Jalen. We don't need to be worried about you like that.
Shout out Jalen. Appreciate you, my boy. Hey, yeah, take care of yourself.
Jaden.
And then he had number 7. What?
Nothing.
Nothing at all. W work, Miles.
I can literally rewind it, but okay.
You'll see when you do.
What? Hold on.
Damn.
Hey, bro. What's happening?
I got stabbed. Not as bad as it sounds. I've been there.
$2 super chat. That wasn't me. I was hacked. God stab. That is crazy.
Hey,
Y'all be in the streets, huh? I'll be doing your
Bro,
business.
bro.
these girls be
battle
crazy.
scars.
Yo. These girls be crazy.
Hey, was it a girl, Jaden? Tell us. Tell us. We like the tea. We like the gossip. The gossip.
Bro got battle scars. Just try to watch our show, man.
Elite number one, Jaden on top with a bunch of other people. God stab and made the pod is kind of
Just a little bit.
Flowers. Flowers. I
No,
respect
he's
it.
Bro trying to
he's
make the
just
Hall of
him.
Fame.
That's dedication.
That is dedication. Jaden's him.
Facts.
All right. Lewis had Gravity Falls number 7, and I think we're at number 8 right now.
That's a
Um,
great step.
So who just went? Random? Wait, who just went? Miles
Me.
went. Santo went. Random. Did you
Random.
pick?
Yeah, I said Fairy Odd Parents.
All right. I already named some of the cartoons that I think are better than a lot of these cartoons here. And I'm glad Lewis said, because the tier with Ben 10 and SpongeBob for me is Gravity Falls. Hey, talk about a series that made people constantly look up the different mysteries happening every single episode. Gravity Falls was extremely well created with a very intriguing story and lore and mythology. I mean, I prefer story-driven shows, obviously. So yeah, Gravity Falls is one of the more unique cartoons I've ever seen. So shout out Gravity Falls. I'm gonna pick that one.
Well, since we're saving SpongeBob for 10, I want to put.
It's on solo.
You a
Um,
skipper, bro.
I wasn't even thinking.
18 stitches. God damn, Jaden.
Damn.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Ed, Ed, and
UK.
Eddie.
Hey,
what
yo.
right. I'm gonna go with Ed and Eddie. That's what I'm going with.
Yeah. Oh, Miles. He's in the UK. So him
Not
getting
in
stabbed is
Canada.
like Americans getting shot.
Jaden's
Oh,
British.
oh yeah, that it's y'all be tripping with the knives over
Yeah,
there.
Miles, we international, bro. Look at our show promoting healing.
Oh, we got Jaden and Kai. We got 2 British fellows.
Yo, tell the nurses about us though.
Yo.
Solo said Ed and Eddie.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Solo said Ed and Eddie. So Ed and Eddie, from Miles.
It's the reason why I found out about a cul-de-sac. I never knew what that was until I watched that show.
Yeah, that's what I'm about to say.
You
I
know
know
what?
he's
Right.
I know he's not a Brit. It's Kai that's the Brit. I know I wasn't
Yeah,
tripping.
Random mixed them up.
No, because somebody said that in the chat. That's all I was saying.
Oh,
Oh, my bad. If he wasn't.
Oh, you in PA? Yeah, tell the nurses about us then.
I knew I wasn't bugging, bro. I knew I wasn't tripping. Y'all crazy, boy.
y'all thought he had like a duel outside for his arm?
Hey, man, you gotta do what you gotta do, bro.
Someone slapped him with a handkerchief in the UK.
I remember when they was throwing acid for a little bit. I'm like, hey, bro, what's going on?
Yo, yeah. Those people in UK don't trip. They were going around with machetes and shit.
How do you hate, bro? I've never in my life have I hated somebody so much. I'm gonna go concoct an acid and throw it at somebody. That's generational hate.
I've been there.
You've been there. All right.
It's crazy.
All right, buddy.
I haven't done it, but I've been there.
You know what's crazy is that nobody's surprised you said that.
Oh,
all right. Solo said Ed and Eddie. Miles said Ed and Eddie. Santo, I think you also said Ed and Eddie. I said Gravity Falls. Random said Fairy Odd Parents. And Lonnie, what you got?
Oh, I'm gonna go Scooby Doo.
Scooby Dooby Doo.
Scooby Doo.
Nice.
Are you?
Well, Ed and Eddie make the list.
Hey, real quick, how long did it take for y'all to understand that Fred was just taking Daphne upstairs to just go clap cheeks
Oh, 100%.
the whole time? I remember one day I was like, man, how come he never goes like splits up with like Velma or Scooby Doo or Shaggy? And then somebody told me one day at school, and I was like, that makes sense.
Don't let these dudes taint your childhood. That wasn't what was happening.
That's exactly what was happening. And you know,
Bro,
Somebody
we
got to
never
explore
saw
the
them.
bedrooms, bro.
We never saw them, bro. They'd always show them go first into a bedroom. They'd look around for a little bit, and then we wouldn't see them for the next quarter of the episode.
There's a lot of monsters under that bed, man. Let them rock.
Miles, Fred never went with Shaggy or Scoob. He always went with the two girls. Why?
Absolutely.
Yo, cause feel me, the big strong guy got to protect them. Shaggy had his dog.
Shaggy was high all the time. What are we talking about? Bro,
Nigga, you know that
dog food.
You know them ghosts afraid of that gas. That's why.
Yeah. All right. Santos started out. What is your number 9? This is basically the last pick because I think we all agree SpongeBob. So. What? Just name whatever you think should be number 9. Go ahead. Danielle said, "Yo, chill. This is why I never watch videos of people exposing cartoons." Facts. What is wrong with random, man?
Oh, my bad.
Oh God. Okay. You know what? I'm gonna say a show that I had in my top 10, and I don't know if it'll make it, but I got Chowder.
I hate Chowder.
I love Chowder. Chowder is great MC. Always just a good laugh. You're Not My Girlfriend. Schnitzel with the Rada Radas. I thought it was gas.
Random on you.
All right. Mine was Adventure Time. I loved Adventure Time for very nefarious purposes. Because I only could ever watch Adventure Time when I was under certain intoxicants, and I had a blast watching Adventure Time. And the story's great, but that's my pick is Adventure Time.
Okay, shout out Adventure Time. Just to name a few things that I had on this list that and then kind of what my pick will be. Pick ultimately will be I'm gonna say my pick will be Arcane. I mean, something as good as Arcane, I really don't see any good reason for it not to be on this list. I mean, there's very few stories that you can think of that even match it at this point, especially when considering the production of it. So, I mean, I don't know how objectively Arcane does not make the list, but other cartoons that I was thinking about obviously was Adventure Time because Adventure Time's fantastic. Regular show, very, very good. And I do think it's definitely one of those cartoons that hit, especially if you're an adult. Gravity Falls, one of the most unique cartoons I've ever seen. Invincible, I do think deserves a shout. Arguably should have made the list as well. Not many stories are as good as Invincible that's been made as a cartoon. And then Danny Phantom and then American Dad. Man, American Dad is so good compared to Family Guy. I'm gonna be honest, it just clears Family Guy, and also the music. Steve is a freaking musician, man. He be cooking over there. He got some bangers, straight up. But yeah, my pick is Arcane. I feel like Arcane should make the list, considering how freaking good it is.
A quick question: do you have Free Ren as one of your top 10 animes of all time?
Not sure. It might be close.
The reason I ask is because I was just curious to see how your criteria works because top 10 all time with just one season, don't you think that's like a question mark?
No, it really depends on what it does in that season, right? Like I brought up Death Note as an example, right? Death Note only has like 24 episodes and it's in most people's top 10. Free Ren has more episodes than Death Note. Right. So in that first one season, now I'm going to say arguably, I don't know for the top of my head. If I include manga, it's for sure now in my top 10. But there are certain things about it that's already like top 10 worthy. I think Furian's already a top 10 female character of all time for sure. I think in terms of totality, it's hard for me to put that over things. But I mean, I think Arcane doesn't really equate to even Furian, considering not only does it have more content, but also it finalized its story. And now it's going to tell another extension of its bigger story. So even does it have 37 episodes? I
just looked it up. That's 37. Free Run has 28.
Oh, well, still not a big gap, but Still not. I mean, still not a big gag, I would say. And ultimately, when I'm thinking about it, because I could probably think of other episodes that were pretty short that are like people's around their top tens or whatever. My thing is, Freerin is not equatable to Arcane because Arcane finished its main story that it was telling from episode 1 up until the recent episode. So, if that, I'm sure you were asking Freerin in comparison to Arcane.
Yeah, because I was only speaking on in regards to the having the one season. That's why I was just curious to hear about your criteria.
Yeah, I mean, I also judge anime different from cartoons at the same time. But yeah, I mean, Arcane has 2 seasons and Invincible has 3 seasons. So I do think they get a lot more credence to what the stories they told versus even Freerin does. Solo, it's on you.
I'm gonna go back with Scooby Doo again. Let's keep it simple.
Scooby Doo. Lonnie, you sticking with Scooby Doo?
Yeah, but I do want to shout out because it's funny enough. When we did the last time we did like a big cartoon list, I think you looked up like some list, like some top 50 list or whatever cartoons, and this was number 1, and all y'all were tripping over it. I don't have it number 1. I don't have it in my top 5. I did have it in my top 10. It's BoJack Horseman.
BoJack Horseman's really good.
It's fantastic.
BoJack Horseman is fantastic. I didn't think we were all going crazy with it. That was number 1 for some reason, but I don't think there's many shows where it's like I died laughing. I also got upset where I almost wanted to cry. There was some moments where I hated the main character more than anybody. It was like I hated him more than Rachel at one point. I had to take a day. I had to take a day because he pissed me off that much. Just with the comedy, the storytelling, the dark themes, the themes that people just don't even want to talk about. BoJack Horseman checks a lot of boxes. It checks a lot of boxes, and in some ways, I feel like it's low key, not therapeutic, but like it does.
It's therapeutic.
Well, I guess you could say that. Yeah, it is therapeutic. When you've been around people that have struggled with like substance abuse, when you've been around people that like just have extreme depression and things like that going on in their lives, watching BoJack Horseman, it does a lot for you. It really does.
I got Star Wars: The Clone Wars.
I ain't mad at that one at all. I just never finished it, so I don't have that on my list. I ain't mad at it. Santo, what did you pick again? Or did you pick?
I picked Chowder.
Chowder. Okay. So Brandon, what did you pick?
I said Adventure Time.
Right. Okay. I'm not mad at Adventure Time. I'm willing to switch to Adventure Time, but I am genuinely curious, especially from you, Lonnie. Why isn't Arcane on your list? Because you're the guy who was kind of pushing Arcane on in its League of Legends lore in the first place. Like, other than nostalgia, why isn't Arcane on your list?
So, a few things. 2-3 years from now, it's going to be in the top 5. But
why does it need 2-3 years for it to be there?
Because some of the best stories of Arcane haven't been told yet.
Okay, that's fine. I mean, but the stories that are told already, you don't think it's already up there?
It's in like the honorable mentions. To me, I'm sorry, like 2 seasons is kind of like a little premature to put it over Ben 10, Teen Titan, it's not goated yet. Is it amazing? Will it probably end up being number 1 when it's all said and done? Like 10 years from now, Arcane's gonna be number 1. They have the funds, they have the storylines, they have the vision. Like it's gotta be like top 3 minimum. If it's not top 3 in like 10 years, it failed its job. If it's not top 3, it should be like arguably the best, or not second best verse. We're talking about Marvel verse, DC, all whatever. It should be the second. It should be at least top 2 in 10 years by now if they do everything right. But it's not there yet, and yeah, it's just a little bit too short for me to put it above, like to put in the conversation with Boondock, South Park, Avatar. It's just not there yet for me. And I think like things like Scooby Doo, like because I'm also thinking about Impact, like Scooby Doo, Ben 10, Teen Titans, Dexter's Laboratory, which we haven't even talked about, Tom and Jerry, Grim Adventures of Bill and Mandy. That to me is one of my favorite shows, but it's not in my top 10, but it's one of my favorite shows ever. Even not Cold Lyoko, but it's like they're like it's just not there yet. It's not there yet. It's going to be better than most of these. It should probably if it peaks, it's gonna be number one. But it's not yet. Oh, we didn't say Powerpuff Girls. Like,
oh yeah, there's definitely a lot of honorable mentions. I mean, I guess I'll just say, like, if I feel like I already see that you're already that good, it's kind of how I feel about NBA players. If I already see your game, like, yeah, you're already that good, and I'm already kind of gonna crown you in terms of your level. And I mean, maybe you guys are combining it as like a greatest best. I'm not even gonna like point at you guys out or whatever. You guys can grade your list however you want. But in terms of like what the cartoon is and like what the story told, considering I'm not an episodic guy, I feel like I don't have to wait. Arcane's already better than the majority of cartoons that's already came out. I don't need more seasons to come out just because it has been longer and has more impact. I do think impact is part of the category, but there's very few things that, in terms of like our cartoon category, that touches the production and the story of Arcane.
of
Like,
course, 'cause
period.
none of them come close to the level of money that got thrown at it. Like none of them come. I'm pretty sure if you add up
I don't
the
think
funding,
money
That
has
doesn't
anything
take
to do
away
with
from the
it.
show.
no, it doesn't take. But I'm saying if you add the funding from like everything on this list, it's probably still not as much as what Arcane gets.
That's irrelevant, though. I mean, Arcane did get the funding. I can't be mad that it got the funding.
But
I think
context.
I think
That doesn't work here.
I think it's just a different level of importance for Riddell because Riddell is focused more on story and storytelling, whereas cartoons it's more for entertainment and laughs. Just look at it this way: we don't even have The Simpsons on this list.
Yeah.
We have in terms of impact, one of the best cartoons at the gatekeeper spot with SpongeBob. So it's just a different criteria. But like Riddell said, Riddell is focusing a lot on storytelling, on writing, character development. Whereas, at least for me, in my opinion, I'm looking at impact. I'm looking at entertainment value, laughter, and also for me, longevity does matter.
Which is fair. I think that's completely reasonable, but just asking questions. I'm willing to change my pick to Adventure Time because Adventure Time's high on my list already. It's in the same tier as Arcane for me. So we have two Adventure Times for number 9. Miles said Star Wars. Santos said Chowder. No?
Yeah.
Chowder. Lonnie said Scooby Doo. And then Solo, what did you say again?
Scooby Doo.
Oh, so we have 2 Scooby Doos.
Yeah.
Or no, Lonnie actually said BoJack Horseman.
No, I said my honorable mention would be BoJack Horseman, but I said Scooby.
Oh, okay. So 2 Scooby Doos, 2 Adventure Times. Miles, Santo, do you want to stay where you are, or do you want to change your picks?
I'm staying with Star Wars.
Star Wars is actually on my list, Miles.
It's not gonna make it. I'll go with the show I prefer to watch, and I'll go with Adventure Time.
Adventure Time, man. I'm glad it's one of the new age cartoons made it.
Wait, so is that 2-2 or is that 2?
3.
That's
me,
3-2.
Random, and Santo.
Okay.
Yeah. And then at 10, we all understand that it's SpongeBob, right?
Yeah.
SpongeBob.
Honorable mentions, and I don't. Archer, like I said, Chowder. I got Animaniacs, SWAT Cats for me, old Cartoon Network show, Futurama, and Robot Chicken.
Robot Chicken's good. Amen.
Yeah. But Riddell, if you like episodic things and you like storytelling, then but you also like the comedy of Family Guy, American Dad, you should watch Archer because it's a literal story. It's a literal story. It's 9 seasons. They finished like the last season came out this year.
Mm-hmm.
A literal story through and through that progresses with peak comedy and peak satire.
and not just peak comedy, smart comedy.
Smart. That's the thing. That's the thing. And that's one of the when Taylor was commenting how she doesn't like it because sometimes she's like they get too smart with the comedy sometimes. I'm like, what? Like it. You got
All right. Now, what channel is it on? Like what
you can watch it on Hulu and Netflix, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I think what I can do, because usually I put something random on while I go to sleep. So that would be the perfect. I'm gonna throw on Archer as I go to sleep, and then see if I.
Just
I
on
like
like that 3 or 4 episodes hit her, you'd be like, "What the fuck is happening?"
Hey man, maybe it becomes another hidden gem. All right, well, let me name off.
Jesus.
Yo, why is Taylor tweaking? Here's our top 10 list. Top 10 best cartoons of all time. Number 10, SpongeBob SquarePants. Number 9, Adventure Time. Number 8, Ed, Edd and Eddy. Number 7, Ben 10. Number 6, Kids Next Door. Number 5, Phineas and Ferb. Number 4, Teens Titans. Number 3, Avatar. Number 2, South Park. And number 1, The Boondocks. Pretty good list.
Great
Pretty-
list. All these shows on this list clear Samurai Jack. Hence why I say Cinderella Jack does not need to be in these conversations. It's great, but when you put pen to paper, you get to see the truth.
Speaking of Samurai Jack, let me name Lewis's rest of his list. Number 8 is Voltron, the Legendary Defender. Number 9, TMNT 03. And number 10, Gargoyles.
Gargoyles is good.
Gargoyles was good. You can't tell me those gargoyles weren't black. You couldn't tell me they weren't black.
Okay. Solo, appreciate you coming on to help us with the list. He is in our Discord, Bankai member, supporting the channel. Make sure you look out for if we ever need someone else. Any final words before you bounce out?
It was a pleasure. Y'all already know that I enjoy the community. I enjoy the Discord. And I was getting y'all guys feed me a lot of information. I'm not gonna lie, so I appreciate that. And y'all keep doing y'all thing. That's the main thing. And it was good. I definitely like the list here, and I don't got much complaints. So
All right.
I'll just leave it at that and enjoy y'all night.
Before you leave, I feel like we should do this with every guest that comes on. Do you have
You're
an
right.
anime hot? Do you have an anime hot take?
Right now, nah, I don't. I'm not even gonna get into that because
All right. What about
y'all see my name Solo, man, but I'm not even gonna get into that. I'm biased to solo leveling, so I'm gonna just leave it at that.
no.
No. You're Solo. So is it better than Demon Slayer? Stand on it.
I mean, like I said, I'm gonna say yeah. That's my personal
Yeah,
opinion.
stand on
and
it.
That's because it comes from. It's just a short story. I stopped reading manga, anime stopped. I don't know. Just one day I just stopped completely, like months, like for almost half a year. And then my cousin just comes to me, he's like, "Yo, you should read that. You should read this." You know what I'm saying? Solo leveling. It was 80 chapters at the time. I finished it in like 4 hours, and after that, I found my love in manga and anime again, and it's been like that since. So I just got to pay it. I got to give it tribute. You feel me? It just holds a place in my heart. You know what I'm saying?
that's
So I
called
can't.
impact.
That's why I say I'm biased. You know what I'm saying? It had an impact for me. It brought me back to it. So like that's one thing I always gotta hold it to. So that's why I'm always gonna be biased it. But I understand everybody's opinion because I'm an objective person. If I know something makes sense, I'm gonna agree with it. I mean, I understand it, but I don't have to like it. You feel me? But I'm gonna leave it at that though.
I respect it. What's your we should because Lonnie asked this question for our first one of our guests, and I do think it's also a good question. What's your anime Mount Rushmore? Your personal anime Mount Rushmore?
Code Geass. I'm gonna have to put that up there. Solo leveling. Y'all gonna think I'm weird, man. Gurren Lagann.
No,
That's
go
another
on,
one.
it's solid.
And the last one, shit, it's actually a new one, and it kind of, I'm gonna have to put in there Ragnar Crimson. I mess with that really heavy. Like, I don't really believe in too much mainstream stuff. Like, y'all gonna hate me, but I'm not a big Naruto fan. I'm not a big One Piece fan either. But I respect it. You know, it's good art. But at the end of the day, when it comes to even the big three, yeah, those are not like they're not the reason why I read or watch. That's my main thing. But I know what the impact they have and what they did. So I would never show disrespect to any of those. Simple as that.
Hey man, I respect it. All right, Solo. Well, appreciate the hot takes.
Solo, we locked in, bro. We locked in, Solo.
Yes,
Right.
sir. Yes, sir.
Wrong person
See,
to be
you
locked
already know.
in with.
I'm here to tell you right now, we don't care.
Mm.
I'm gonna check you out.
All right, Solo. Appreciate you coming on, my boy. Appreciate you. With that said, let's move forward with the podcast. That actually took much longer than anticipated. I'm gonna be honest, but it was a full top 10 cartoon, so obviously it encapsulated a lot versus some of our other top 10s. So only made sense that it took a bit longer. So let's go into our next topic. Lonnie has some would you rathers that he wants to bring to the table. So we'll start with that.
So this is gonna be a little bit different this time. It's gonna be a keep 5, cut 3. So it's gonna be keep 5, cut 3. I saw our guys on Pick a Side do this with different basketball criteria, and this subject is it's gonna be villains, and it's gonna be to take over the world. You gotta keep 5 and gotta cut 3. So first one up, Miram.
Giving us a whole list first.
No.
No.
We have to cut. It's basically start bench cut. So he names a character,
Okay.
and then
You gotta choose. You gotta choose whether to cut them or keep them.
Merum. I'm cutting Merum. I'm gonna say cut, even though he's great at a lot of things. If I just get a girl who knows how to play chess, I mean, I could take down Merum. Hey, it's possible. I just gotta get a girl who gets treated terribly, who knows how to play chess, and there we go.
If Meruem
And is
is
blind.
locked,
And is blind.
if Meruem is locked in, can we bench him at least, like for now? Because
No, it's only cut or start. It's only keep in a cut.
I mean, Meruem is a 2 guard right now, look kind of good.
But that Achilles heel, though. Well,
It
everybody
doesn't.
knows
It
the
doesn't
playbook.
feel right. We'll cut him. We'll cut him. It doesn't feel right though.
You're cutting them. All right.
Random. You can add your input, my boy.
So we're keeping cutting or whatever. with
You're
Merum?
keeping 5. You're cutting 3.
Okay. And Merum was number 1, the first guy on the list.
He was the first name I said out of 8 names.
No, I'm gonna say keep him because I think Merum's a great character. Why not? I'm gonna keep him.
Did they have an
If
opposite?
you want to
Was it
stay with
3,
keep,
cut
then we
5?
can stay with keep.
Say that
Okay.
again, Lonnie.
I don't feel right cutting because I mean, smart, able to adapt and learn, incredibly strong.
No, I'm gonna help you out. I'm gonna make it a little bit easier. So it's gonna be we're gonna do keep 3, cut 5.
Keep 3, cut 5. Oh, Merum's cut.
Yeah, Merum's cut. Also, you got
Okay.
not only did he get submissified, there's a better word. I just used a pretend word that makes sense. By a girl named Kamugi, but also he tried to play peacekeeper with Netero. So how much does he want to take over the world once you kind of pacify him a little bit? I don't know. But yeah, if we're doing cut 5, then yeah, cut Merum.
Yeah, he's getting cut.
All right. Next up, Kirei Kotomine.
I feel like I'm the only one here who knows who that is. So
I don't know.
wait, random, you watch Fate, right?
Yeah,
no?
I've seen Fate.
The
I've
priest.
seen the movies, Unlimited Blood Works,
Yeah, the
and
priest.
Fate Zero.
Keep him.
We're
What?
Oh, I thought you were talking about Kyrie from the other one.
Oh, that's what I thought you were talking about.
Yeah, I'm talking about the priest guy.
No, I'm talking about the Grand. What is it? Grand Order? No, Apocrypha. I thought you were talking about the one from Apocrypha.
No.
Oh, then no.
Oh, cut.
We're cutting that.
Cut him. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ain't doing disrespect him, but if we're talking about like,
You're keeping
honestly, I'd
three
rather
people
keep
only.
Merum over Kyrie.
Facts.
All right. Next
If
up.
you name Guild Arch though, then we could have a conversation.
All right. Next up, Conquest from Invincible.
World
Oh.
domination. I mean,
That's his
job.
That's his job.
Yeah, that's his job. Yeah.
I'm keeping.
Yeah, I'm keeping as well. Conquest.
Okay.
World domination.
Next up, Esdeath.
I'm cutting his stuff.
I'm cutting as this as well. Now based off this list, I wish I kept Beru, to be honest.
Say
Next up, Frieza.
I'll keep.
I'm keeping.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Next up,
As that 2026. Miles
yes,
away.
we still picking up Esdeath in 2026. Next up, Blackbeard.
Ooh,
I'm cutting Blackbeard.
I'm cutting Blackbeard too. Because he hasn't done it yet. He hasn't even gotten close, but he's making some moves.
I don't need you to send Blackbeard, and he never gets the first punch in. Like he's getting decked as soon as he shows up on screen. I'm good.
I will say it's just at the end of the day, we got to. Because like Conquest conquered worlds. Frieza conquered worlds. Blackbeard don't got that on his resume right now. So yeah.
All right, so far you guys have cut Mirim,
Mhm.
Kotamine,
Yo.
Esdeath, Blackbeard. You guys have kept Conquest and Frieza.
We're cooking. We just need 2 bangers.
Wait, why did y'all cut Blackbeard?
I gave my reason. He hasn't conquered anything like Frieza and Conquest does.
Better options at this point. If we're talking about taking over the world, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you have one more keep and you have one more cut.
We're here.
Okay. Next up, Madara.
He low key. If it wasn't for random, you pissed me off, bro.
I'm keeping Madara. I'm keeping Madara. I like Madara over everybody that we've cut.
Yeah, I was about to say major spoiler. That's why I said random. You pissed me off.
I had to change my list because Miles left. Because Emu was on this list, but none of y'all met Emu yet, besides Riddell. So I had to take Emu off.
Emu would have been an interesting shout for sure. Madara. Okay, all things considered, with the spoiler that happened at the end, if it wasn't for that spoiler, Madara wins. He takes over the world. He won. Everybody's on the Infinite Tsukiyomi. Sakura, Naruto, Miles coming back up. He about to kick crazy for Blackbeard. Yeah, Madara won. They couldn't beat him.
Yo. I was in the shower. I had to get out the shower. If y'all pick a nigga whose whole plan was not his and put him on the list and take Blackbeard off, it's not even about Blackbeard at that point. Merim is working off his own merit. Kirei is working off his own merit. All of these characters working off their own merit. Madara, the Uchiha tablet literally got tampered with to make him believe that it was something that it wasn't, and that was the plan that he followed. From the beginning that Madara started his journey as a conqueror, he was being a pawn the entire time. There's no way y'all are going to let a pawn who didn't make a plan of his own be on the list. That's crazy. He's the only person who did not make the plan himself. He's the only one.
Hold on, Miles.
I would say this.
That
It's
is a good
going
point.
based on the criteria of the question, who you would pick. So it's your plan.
It's not his plan.
Miles, you're talking about the story of the anime. Sure. this for me, the way I'm interpreting is that I'm a general. These are my guys following and executing my orders. Hey, we want to take over this planet, so they're my pawns. I would rather those three than Black.
So Frieza gonna listen to you?
That's part of that's the conversation.
Yeah, y'all niggas
They're
is sad,
listening
man.
to me. You're going based on the story of the character.
I'm about to say,
Go towel off.
Go towel off is crazy.
But that, I'm be honest, that is a good point that regarding Madara. So I'm not even mad at that point. But I think Santo had a good rebuttal. If we're controlling these guys, then what Madara provides, especially with the infinite, everybody in a Genjutsu permanently. I mean, GG's. This is a walk in the park at that point. That caveat did change things for me. Santo, what are you picking?
I'm keeping. I told you, I'm keeping Madara.
All right.
I
He has one more character. What's the chances he picks a character that is better than Madara right now? Because we have one more.
Riddell, we're taking over Earth. I have somebody that shows up on the battlefield and everybody starts praying.
I hear you. Okay, what if Lonnie says Aizen? Who would you rather have? See?
I mean, fully unlocked Aizen, I'm going to go Aizen.
Or he could say Yuha. And I still would pick Yuha over him.
I wouldn't pick Yuha over Aizen.
No, Madara.
Oh, over Madara? Sure.
Okay.
But
because he picked One Piece characters, he just gave us a Naruto character. I feel like he could do that, or he could pick Father from FMA or Griffith from Berserk.
I'm good on both. I would say this. If he says Aizen, I would pick Aizen, sure, but I'm not too mad. I'm not mad about Madara over Aizen.
Okay.
Personally.
Yeah, Miles is Miles is so bad. He's so glad you're on the list. I respect
crashing out.
Agendas are on timing. You know what? You're steering the ship. I'm with you. Let's go, Madara. Keep.
All right. So, in the BSS, keep them or cut them. They have cut Merum, Kiriko Tamine, Esdef, Blackbeard, and Makima, and they have kept
W list. We win.
And they have kept Conquest, Frieza, and Madara.
Oh, the planet is ours. The planet is ours. Easy.
Hey, Makima might be a little bit better controlled than Madara, but you know.
Look, these three that we picked, and you can keep your five to defend the planet. We win.
You pick good. If Ty, because my original list had Aizen, it had Griffith, and it had Emu on there, but Ty and Miles aren't here, so I changed it up a little bit.
Respect.
You can have those five protect the planet, and our three go against the planet. We're conquering the planet.
No, Gabe. So he changed it to cut 5, keep 3. He changed it right at the start, so it's keep 3. And I think we kept the perfect 3. To be honest, we kept the perfect 3. We could. All right, that is Lonnie's new segment. Shout out Pick a Side. They inspired that segment. Shout out Shonen Showdown. They inspired the Draft War segment. We won't do the Draft Wars today because not everybody's here. But we got a new Draft Wars idea for a different time. I do want to do a King of the Hill, though. Kind of inspiration from our top 10 women's list. King of the Hill, Badass Woman Edition. All right. Y'all ready?
Miles, finish the damn shower before you run your watermelon.
Miles is funny, bro.
That whole bathroom steaming as hell.
All right. Mikasa or Integra Helsing?
Badass.
Who's the most better badass female character?
I like Integra. Integra gives me more aura than Mikasa, in my opinion.
But when Mikasa is locked in, that aura is something else.
Sure.
I think I also have Integra though. Mikasa is cold, bro.
Integra can give me orders. I'll execute.
Random, what's your pick?
Integra.
All right.
Something said it out. Let me just start gooning real quick.
Someone
All right, Integra Helsing or Tsunade?
Aura?
Talk about badassery?
Integra.
I think you're underplaying Tsunade's badass.
Tsunade is the OG anime mommy, but like we're talking about badassery.
Both you guys want to? All right. Integra Helsing, or I had to mention her. Yoruichi.
Is it really aura or is it like gooning potential?
I didn't give you criteria.
That's a question.
I'm not, mind you, I've never watched Bleach, but I know the pose y'all talking about. By the way, I saw somebody do that pose on Instagram Reels the other day. Jesus Christ.
I personally have Integra. Her leadership, the way she carries herself. Yoruichi has a lot of. She's great. Great fighter. Great techniques, whatever, everything that she does. But she's too goofy of a character sometimes. Integra is never goofy. It's all business.
True, but a part of the reason why, like being goofy is like a part of her character because she's like a cat. Like she's like playful a lot of times, and then she gets serious. So it's like a part of her character. But when she locks in, she's locked in.
And Integra, she never has to get ready. She stays ready.
I'm sorry. I'm going Yoruichi. I'm going Yoruichi. I got to. I can't.
I'm guessing random's going Integra by default.
Yeah.
All right.
But I understand why the people would pick Yoruichi.
Yeah, there's some good reasons. Name 5 badass Yoruichi moments not possible.
Oof. When she tells Byakuya, "Oh, you think you can keep up with me? I'm the Flash Master." That's 1. 2. When she fights Soifan for the first time, and then Soifan thought that she mastered the technique, and then she's like, "Oh, that was just like the experimental version I made hundreds of years ago. Here's the real shit, bitch." That's 2. 3. When she was fighting Aizen, put hands on bodies. She put hands on bodies. If he didn't have the Hogakyu, that would have been a different fight. 4. Her first fight with the Stern Rider, which we saw animated. 5. Cat Yoruichi. There you go.
All right, man. That's 5.
That's 5. That's 5.
She got 5, man. You
said
moment.
Got packed up by Aizen. What does that mean? Everyone got packed up by Aizen. She still put hands on bodies.
Facts. You can have badass moments and get beat up. It's all good. All right. Integra Helsing or Urza?
I'm going Urza. Urza's so tough.
Facts.
She beat herself. We don't talk about that enough. She beat an alternate version of herself.
And her mom, too.
And her mom, who ain't shit. But still call me. But she ain't shit.
No, Urza goes through it. There was also that moment where she was like, kept on, like, her pain receptors were amplified and she was still boxing crazy against that one demon chick. Yeah, Urza's locked in. So much so that she kind of overdoes it, but she is locked in.
You know what? No. In terms of bad, I'm going Integra. I'm still going Integra.
Urza stabbed. I've seen her get tank lightning, tank spears, tank magic blasts, and she's still just on demon time.
All you got to do is bring Jalala.
Let me just. Integra said they have dared to enter this house built on the blood of our honor. Let them roast in the pits of hell. Urza don't give me that.
Integra or Urza?
Look, my problem with Urza is there's a lot of goon potential there.
What does that have to do with badassery?
Random is stuck on this goon.
I'm taking Integra. But let's not act like goon potential isn't there with Urza.
Oh, for sure. I mean, Urza has a whole outfit just to be in a swimsuit. Like, it's for sure. We know what it is. Okay, Integra moves on. I didn't expect Integra to run the gauntlet like she is right now. Integra or Marileona?
Oh, Marileona, I'm sorry. I'll be
You
that
say
guy.
Marileona, but you won't say Urza? What the hell?
Marileona.
I'm going into I'm going Integra. You have to be a different level of badass to control Helsing. And for him to respect you too.
She's blessed by mana. The other Wizard Kings were like, oh, she different.
And Urza's blessed by genetics. What does that mean?
Marileona don't need goo potential. Yeah, I'm being nasty right now. I'm taking Marileona. I'm not looking back either.
I'm also taking Marileona. Y'all said Marileona. That's what's crazy.
Marileona has some really great moments, man. When she beat up Raya when he was supposed to be the third elf that's super powerful that can take out captains, and Marileona just put paws to hand, paws to face, knocked him out, beat him up, made him feel bad, made him feel worthless. Marileona was locked in. All right, Marileona or Esdeath?
Look, me personally, I'm taking Marileona. Esdeath not about to have a fucking collar on me walking around like a child. Lonnie may like that.
Hey,
I'm not doing that.
I'll be the one putting on the collar. She ain't putting it on me. I'm putting it on her.
She literally did bend the will to anybody. You think you're better than Takumi? And she
yes. You go after the alpha females, random. That's the problem. That's the mindset you don't have. You have to go after the crazies.
So when we see you, like that one bro from up north that she had licking her feet like a dog.
It'll be the opposite way. She's gonna be the one on the leash.
At least Marileona helped me get stronger, man. She believes in me.
She's gonna throw your ass in some lava. That's what she's gonna do. She'll be like, "Yo."
She does that. Look, she still treats her people better than that treats her people.
Yeah, she throws you in lava. What you doing, random?
She only does that for the people who know they can handle it. Let's keep it a stack.
Then one time she's like, it was 50-50. Did she say that one time? Did she say that once?
I legitimately believe she would not have thrown people in there if she really didn't know if they could handle it.
Hey.
As that don't care.
Oh, she did that for Asta. She didn't know if it was going to work for Asta, I think.
Yeah, she didn't know if it was going to work. So guess what? If it didn't work for Asta, everyone's dead. Think about it. If he doesn't survive the lava, everyone's dead now. They don't even make it past the third arc.
Well, but it was going to work, though, because he's Asta.
That's nothing to do with Barely.
Hey, man, she believes in him.
Mm-hmm.
Random's using plot armor.
All right. What do you want me to do?
Plot armor and goon potential. My God. Sad.
So who y'all pick?
I'm going Esdeath, and it's not close.
Not close.
Not close is crazy.
Santo?
Let's go Marileona.
Marileona moves on. All right, Marileona or Jolene? Joestar.
I'm going Jolene. I'm sorry. Jolene is tough.
Marileona.
Jolene is like that.
She cool.
They sent her as the president. She put in work.
Shout out her dad.
Marileona.
Marileona.
Jolene's cool.
The
All
JoJo
right.
disrespect in this podcast is crazy.
She not better than Integra.
Marileona's not better than Integra, but we here.
Marileona's her. A last name up for the King of the Hill for the Badass Woman edition. Marileona or Azumi Curtis?
Who?
You ain't locked in, bro.
I gotta.
Cat, they're not locked in.
They don't know who the hell that is either. Who?
I don't know who that
Yes,
is.
they do. Chat knows who Azumi Curtis is. See, Miles is locked in. I'm not telling them who Azumi. You better figure out who Azumi Curtis is.
Oh, mom.
Oh, talk about mom.
Disrespecting teacher.
Why do you just say teacher? Why do you just say?
Yeah,
her name's Azumi, not teacher.
Who calls her that? Who calls her
If I
Azumi?
just say teacher, you think you're gonna know who I'm talking about?
Yes.
I think we would have had a better
Oh,
chance
you-
of saying teacher or mom.
Okay, I know who she
Izumi
is, but no one
Curtis.
calls her by Azumi.
Like that might be
I was
my
like-
neighbor's name.
I don't fucking know.
I guarantee. Oh,
How
my
dare you be so familiar that you call her by her first name, Riddell? How about that? How dare you just call her Azumi? That's teacher. Call
One
her
of these
teacher.
days, I'm gonna
Put
catch
some
them
respect
off
on her
guard.
name.
I'm gonna catch them off guard, and I'm just gonna throw out teacher. And if they don't get there at the first instance, I'm gonna replay this moment.
Hey,
Let's
do
see.
it.
Better
That's
be
what
locked
I
in.
call her teacher
we're
from
gonna-
Full Metal
we're gonna-
Alchemist.
Better be locked in.
Teacher from Full Metal Alchemist.
We're going with Miss Curtis.
Yes, go Miss Curtis, Miss Teacher.
Oh my
We have some respect around here.
Sure. All right, who you picking?
Oh, what you talking to me? I'm picking
yeah.
Marileona.
Marileona,
Mhm.
Lonnie Santo.
I'm going with Miss Curtis.
Yeah, teacher.
Okay. All right. Well, it looks like Azumi Curtis won this King of the Hill. Shout out her being the most badass female character, man.
I agree with Kai though. If Azula made this list, she clearing.
Shout out to Azula. If we do a most evil female character list, then she definitely would be on that. Speaking of most evil, next week Lonnie suggested this idea that we do the top 10 most evil moments of all time in anime. Top 10 most evil anime moments of all time.
I'll make a caveat just because I don't want us to talk about it on the pod, excluding the Griffith moment.
What? No, you can't. We can't exclude.
Because that's
moments.
automatically one. It's automatically one.
So what?
So we start
can't
the
exclude
list at 2.
Yeah, fine. We start the list at 2.
And who knows? There's really some. You better get on your bag. Of course, I'm only gonna go with the moments I've seen, obviously, but there is some really dark moments that I've talked about on this podcast that we'll revisit. But that's what we're gonna do next week.
I'm going to ask y'all a question, or maybe I should say for next week. Is the rumbling an evil moment?
Yes,
I would say yes.
yeah,
I would
There
say
you
no.
go.
I know you would, but
I would say no.
It
I would
absolutely
consider
is.
it an evil moment.
It's
Now, whether you agree with it or not is depending on you. But
No, I'll adjust. It's a necessary evil moment. There you go.
So yes.
yes,
Oh my God.
I call it even. Well,
There are billions of people who were never going to meet Paradise, see somewhere from Paradise. They were just chilling. They deserve to die too because it's
Hey,
amazing.
we'll
Maybe
save
they
it.
should work
Save
on
it
their
for next
cardio.
week.
Maybe they should work on their cardio, random. I don't know what to tell you.
You're not running from them. Stop that.
I never said I was.
Just gonna
Bro,
die.
Usain Bolt is not running away from these dudes, bro. This is GG's. All right. We'll save that for next week. We pretty much went over a lot of our topics already. Might as well bring this up. We did a trailer anime reaction. Make sure you guys watch that. A lot of you guys will enjoy it. It's copyright, but we did it for fun. We did it for y'all, but it is what it is. Looks like a lot of people are liking that video. and we watch a lot of trailers. So we'll try to give you more updates of like the anime as they come out. At the very least, talk about some episode ones, talk about what's trending for the anime scene. Because we're manga heads, we know ball, but we know the anime casuals want to hear our opinion about the new anime. And there's been a new anime that has recently dropped, Super Cube, Chinese anime that was very hard to find. You had to get in your bag to find that episode 1. I only watched episode 1, but it is now the new anime on the block. I know Lonnie and Santo have seen it. Random, did you see episode 1?
Yeah. So I just used the #1 anime site because it's on there. I'm not gonna say the name, but it's
Crunchyroll, obviously. Yeah,
obviously Crunchyroll.
Yeah,
times 3. But yeah. Animation peak unfair, especially like the first 5-10 minutes straight going at it, straight action.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Miles joined from the.
Yeah, you better turn off that camera, Miles.
Yeah, I don't have no shirt on. I'm getting dressed. Tight shit.
No, but
the anime is Super Cube sauce.
Yeah,
Go
Super Cube. Just look up the #1 anime site and you'll find it. Actually, I had to type in the name and then the anime site, and then I found it. But yeah, no, it was a interesting first episode. Like, I think maybe Chinese stories, they just end episodes differently, because like other Chinese animes I've seen, like they just end episodes on like weird spots. So it was kind of like a mini introduction. The first fight scene was pretty good.
Yeah.
The introduction to his cube was interesting, and yeah, I'm interested to see what's going on, because like there's obviously other people with other powers, and so like does everyone have cubes, things like that. I'm only saying this off of the first episode because I don't want to spoil anything for you, Riddell. But yeah, animation clean, interesting premise. The main character, like, we don't really learn a lot about him, but he's a decent guy. It was stupid what was happening to him. Like, I don't know why. Like, they were just beating him up because the girl said that she liked him. He didn't even say nothing. The girl said, "Hey, I like him," and then you gotta beat his ass for it because the girl likes him. That's some bitch shit. Beat her ass.
No beating of hers asses. All
We
right.
do not condone domestic violence. But it's like, don't put hands. He didn't do nothing to y'all.
I mean, she's the dime of the Also, Gabe, if you go watch our video of our trailer reaction, you can skip a little bit. Go to our Devil May Cry reaction, and then let us know how you feel about that anime after you see our reaction to that Devil May Cry trailer. Because we said some things about that Devil May Cry anime. I'm just saying, we said some things.
We are in the minority on that, by the way.
The people are messing with it.
I've heard a lot of people being like, "Yeah," and I think it's the property. I think
because
it's IP, not. I don't know. I don't know. The way you were standing on business for Teen Titans and Avatar against South Park, that's the way we were on the other side for Devil May Cry. We were definitely the minority.
People are just excited for any content regarding Dante. And
I am too. That's why I was so disappointed when I watched that trailer. Hey, it's our most recent video, Gabe, with our trailer reaction. But that first episode, Super Cube fight was great. I think we all
stand on
agree.
business, Riddell.
For what? For Super Cube?
Stand on business. That's all. Just stand on business, man. Because if you don't do it, I will.
There's nothing really else to say besides add a great.
Well, I have one thing.
Nothing else.
I have one
nigga, Riddell. Because Lonnie want me to pack him up, man.
There's nothing else besides the fight.
Lonnie.
I literally said I didn't learn Lonnie. I learned nothing about the main character except that he liked a girl, and the first fight was fire. Other than that, there was
to
nothing.
All y'all niggas about to watch this Super Cube shit, man. If you looking for Chinese solo leveling, here you are.
Exactly.
Super Cube is Chinese solo leveling. I will say the animation is better, and I like how they play with watercolors during their impact frames. That's a very unique idea. It almost kind of looks like the Tokyo Ghoul volume covers, the way the characters look at certain points. I think it's animated beautifully. It's literally solo leveling, but in Chinese. That's literally going to be the story. That's what I'm predicting. The cube looks cool. All like he got aura. That's fire. Saves the girl. It's solo leveling. He literally inherits a system for no apparent reason. He just falls into the water. He inherits the system. It just picks him, and now he's fucking overpowered. I'm good, bro. Good first episode. I won't be sticking back around. I already got one solo leveling.
This is my take. I wasn't moved enough to watch it every week, but I will watch it at the end of the season, unless something crazy happens on the timeline and so like, oh yeah, blah blah blah. Then I might okay, let me see what's up. I will say it at least intrigues me more than solo leveling in terms of its initial premise because the fact that the girl went back in time, it seemed like that was interesting. I'm like, okay, we got two different characters that really care about this girl. This girl is very important. It does seem like a simplistic, oh, I'm going to do whatever to protect this girl. I think we talked about it in the trailer too. That doesn't seem that interesting.
Yeah, I understand that.
Yeah, so if it's just going to be fights, cool power system, and then maybe a twist here and there, then, it is what it is. It will be enjoyable for people, not mad at it by any means. I hope there is some substance there, but at the very least, I could definitely say this: the fights look good and the animation looks good. I don't know about you guys though. When I was watching on the anime site that I was watching on, a perfectly normal site, of course, the subtitles were kind of off. I don't know if that was the same for you guys, but it was kind of weird how the subtitles and its timing.
They weren't for me, but maybe we use different legitimate anime sites.
It was fine for me.
Okay.
I clicked on some videos and some of them were off, and I just found a better one. In my opinion, I completely agree with Miles. It is literally solo leveling meets China. It's aura farming. Sure, the choreography looks great when it comes to fighting. I've actually seen the 3 episodes. The power system is very video game like solo leveling, but it does go into different way. They do power ups in this one, where you get certain items and you craft and stuff like that, which I would say is cool. Exactly what gives the power up, I was telling Lonnie in the chat, is meh. I The fact that all it is I want to protect this girl, I become overpowered, I protect her. I'm good. I watched the first 3. It's pretty. It's pretty to look at.
When it comes to casuals, that's sometimes not us, but casuals, that's what they want. They want pretty, so then they can follow. Remember, the casuals got mad at solo leveling when the dude was crying over his mom.
Yeah.
Which was one of his main goals, was to cure his mom. He cured his mom, and the casuals hated him for it.
No, I mean, whatever. We saw people were getting mad about why did Jinwoo wait in the last episode?
Exactly. So like casual people, pretty fights, basic story. This dude just gets stronger and stronger. Oh, he's protecting a cute girl. They're gonna be locked in.
Yeah.
The only difference I would say is that solo leveling does have Sun Jin-woo is actually like cool. This character in Super Cube, he's a doof.
They at least have the other character who appeared first. So I'm sure that he's going to carry a lot of the cool factor, considering he bodied in the first episode. So I mean, we'll see with that. I don't disagree with anything y'all saying, but
it is not like Fog Hill. I'm sorry, I was just responding to this right quick. It is not like Fog Hill. Fog Hill clears.
I might have to peep that. Even we all recognize, and we're not telling you not to watch it. If you want, go watch it. If you enjoy those type of anime, Solo Leveling is a trailblazer. Got a lot of great numbers. Very surface level, but very easy to adjust. We understand what the casuals want. We get it. We get that. We get how to entertain the average person. Will this be the Solo Leveling / Demon Slayer of, I think it's called Donghua or something like that, for Chinese anime?
No, it won't, because they have better stuff coming in the next coming weeks / months. Lord of Mysteries is like the biggest IP in China that they've been gatekeeping for years. They've already announced a video game for it. They announced that they're redoing the manhwa for it. We saw the trailers. The trailers look good. The web novel is one of the highest rated web novels in publication right now.
But does
So
it have enough action though? Like, because
yes,
I think
yes,
to be
yes.
well until Lord of Mysteries comes out, To Be Hero X is going to be that.
I think so the way I distinguish it, because there's like, have you guys seen K Return of Kings?
Yeah,
We both agree. Animation, beautiful,
beautiful.
freaking amazing. Story's really good too. The concept is really good. It's just like it doesn't appeal to the casual stuff for some reason. It just
I
doesn't.
agree.
So I'm just worried that some of these series will just not appeal to the casuals as much, because maybe the story is a little too much, or there's not enough aura farming and action. I feel like 2B Hero X and Lord of Mysteries will still cook, but I do think it has to simmer a little bit before people really understand. Oh yeah, this is one of them ones. So
Well,
I don't know, but we'll see.
Well, we'll say about Lord of Mysteries, because after we first realized how big it really was, because I did more research, winning award after award after award, funding after funding. So going to the other big content creators that have read it or know about it, they all put it in their top whatever. So I started reading it. I'm still in the beginning portions because it is a long story. But I think it's gonna grab a lot of people, especially with what everything that they're doing with it, with the video game that looks like a Witcher video game, with with the new books coming out for it and stuff like that. They're gonna be pushing this like crazy, and it has the content to back it up. Especially has the power system to back it up. Power system is like a JJK, like a Hunter x Hunter power system. It's that intricate. It's with tarot cards. Tarot cards are always popular with people. And yeah, the villains are gonna be interesting. Power system, the characters, the animations already looks beautiful. And yeah, they're a little bit way too comfortable. Remember, they already said that it's getting 5 seasons. They said it before it even came out. They said it's getting 5 seasons.
5 seasons is insane. So they got complete belief in it.
Yes, the author is like, he's like Oda in China. That's how big he is. He has almost complete control over the anime. He gets to write the script for the anime episodes.
It's what's crazy to me? That Lord of Mysteries gets this love and care. Why didn't they do the same thing for Tower of God, man? They're just like,
it's not China. It's not China.
Yeah.
Imagine every
Jaden, shout out Riddell for PMO. Ichi the Witch, by the way.
Putting me on.
Ichi the Witch, by the way. Very good. The only manga that can compete with Kagurabachi every week for the new manga.
I agree. And I like Ichi the Witch better.
So do I. So Ichi the Witch is good, man.
We locked in. They're gonna learn though. They gonna learn.
Oh yeah. They finally got another one. I'm like, they finally got another one. All right, what were you saying?
No, I was just saying, imagine if from the start mangakas had almost complete control of the pacing of their anime adaptations and of the scripts and stuff like that. Soul Eater, we'd be having a different conversation. Dead Man Wonderland, we'd be having a different conversation. Promise Neverland, we'd be having a different conversation. They're giving this guy as much control as he wants. They treat him like he's a god in China for a reason. They have buses, subways of Lord of Mysteries. They have exhibits, art exhibits after art exhibits, like it's Tokyo Ghoul. I think they premiered the first 3 episodes, and all the major celebrities in China attended. So it's it has the motion over there. Will it carry over here? I don't know. It's a different audience. I think the story's fantastic. I don't know where it's gonna lead, but to them, it's over there. It's an all-time great. So I think it already has the motion. It's when it carries over, especially with a video game with crazy graphics, with a new with a new manhwa that's gonna get publicized. I feel like it's almost too big to fail.
I'm excited for the great content. You know, the season sucked, so we need more good stuff. Shout out Invincible for holding it down though, and Solo Leveling, yes.
Talking about anime that's getting multiple seasons off rip, I know a lot of people might not vibe with it here, but I do know that a lot of people have been waiting for it, and it's actually on Disney Plus. Twisted Wonderland is
I
coming.
saw a TikTok about that. I'm like, what is this?
I'm gonna watch it. I'm
I'm
just
gonna watch
admit.
it, son. Too. I'm gonna watch
It
it.
looks it looks cool. Just talking about all the villains in Disney made
I'll
anime.
watch
Anime
I feel
boy
like I'm
cat.
obligated to watch it.
I'm here.
When does it drop?
It dropped in October.
Okay, we got time.
Okay. Well, yeah, we do definitely got time. Any other news disrespecting SLF and Blue Exorcist? Oh, Blue Exorcist is this season? Was it Blue Exorcist? See, didn't even know there was. Oh, Shangri-La Frontier, is that this season as well?
Yeah,
I think the finale's this weekend.
and they've both been doing good. Like I saw some clips of Blue Exorcist, and then I also saw. I've been seeing more Shangri-La than Blue Exorcist actually, but
Yeah, nobody really talks about Blue Exorcist.
That's
It's pretty solid. I eventually will watch Shangri-La Frontier. That's on the list.
And the only news regarding manga, did anyone else read the new Chainsaw Man chapter?
No, I wasn't. I only caught up because Serena was on the pod. To be honest.
Oh well,
I read, but I mean, I'm all right. She just
That
didn't
tells
get
me all I need to know right there. I'm be honest.
She got worked for a whole chapter, and then
I feel like that's like I feel like that was also the point of that because I also like it also made sense. Like it made a lot of sense of what was happening. So I don't know, but if you guys didn't read it, then there's no point. But
any other things that we can talk about before we start wrapping it up around the spears? What is going on in the world right now?
my Patriots finally got a receiver. It's been 84 years. He's old. He's coming off a torn ACL. But he's a body.
30. He's
a body. He's a
Fine.
body. That's all I care about. We got a body in the building.
That was a good pickup. The Patriots are cooking this offseason. I'm gonna be honest, bro.
They're fine. It's a good thing you can chill and rest and get healthy. He's still right now. He's the best receiver on the roster. Like he's fine. Just let him get healthy.
I am pushing two agendas. You guys know that I've been pushing this one. Sauce Gardner is Namdi Asamoah, and you're going to see it this season. And two, the face of the New York Giants, Russell Wilson and Jameis Winston. Free Malik Neighbors, please.
Free Malik.
Please.
Cut it out.
Cut him.
Your dirty mouths. All right. Leave my boy Malik alone.
Malik is stressed right now.
He's gonna be a top 5 receiver next year, and so we
defend it, try. The face of your franchise is Russell Wilson.
Old.
It's only a 1-year contract.
Another year of
you ain't getting Shador. You ain't getting
another year.
Yeah,
another year of wasting Malik.
Well, this is better than Daniel Jones. All right, so I can at least say this is better than Daniel Jones. But when we look at scheme fit, Russell Wilson on the Giants make no sense. He does not use the short or intermediate game enough to optimize Malik Neighbors. He's a deep throw merchant, and Joe Shane does not know how to build.
Hyatt might finally get some catches.
I guess, man. Like, are like. Wandell and Malik are our 2 best receivers, and we decided to go get a deep throw merchant. Like, are we serious? Like, Joe Shane.
I do have smoke for the sports community because I've been petty and patiently waiting until March Madness, and not a lick. I haven't heard a lick about any college women's basketball from no one here, and also almost anytime I'm bringing up every time there's like women's basketball talk in the Discord, it's usually because of me. Also, random, put some goddamn respect on HVL because she's been cooking all season. She's redeemed herself tenfold. And also, prayers out to Juju. She was on a historic pace. She was doing a little bit better than what Cleveland Clark was doing her second season. If you guys were actually paying attention, but
yes,
you guys weren't.
She was 56 points away from breaking the record. Yes.
Yes.
If you would ask me about, but I mean, go ahead.
No, I'll absolve Santos since he has some stuff to say. But I'm just saying, I haven't heard not one word about women's basketball, and I've been clocking it every time I mention something in the Discord. Not one of y'all. So
To be
I'm
fair,
not watching women's college basketball.
who's
Other
not?
than Juju,
I'm not.
other than
not.
Juju, I'm not watching women's college basketball like that.
To be fair to me, I don't watch men's college basketball either. So
I don't even watch men's college
basketball.
basketball.
If
I'm just saying,
what they're saying if it's not Juju and if it's not Cooper Flag,
yeah.
No, I don't. I
All
legit
these strong opinions we heard
You don't
all
watch- you don't
last year.
watch
All
any
these
of it?
super strong opinions. I ain't heard a peep all year.
Hold on.
That's all I gotta
I never had strong opinions regarding college athletes. What I will say is that I pay attention to some players, like who they are, but I just don't. I didn't even make a bracket for men's or women's. Like I just don't really watch it. I just don't have time. I know obviously Juju's a problem. I know Juju's skill set. I already know how good she is. I know Paige Buchers has been cooking, of course. I know there was a crazy buzzer beater that recently happened in the Alabama game. I know that as well. I also know HVL, Haley Van Lith, has been going crazy this year. A lot of people
crazy. Because random's like, why is she on the 3x3 team, knowing nothing about her? And guess what? She's been destroying.
Caitlin Clark's still better. Caitlin Clark's still better.
That's fine. She's been wrecking all year, though. She's been wrecking all year.
Caitlin Clark's still better. I still
stand
by what I
Caitlin.
said.
She looking beefy.
Mm-hmm.
She ready.
That's why, because Caitlin Clark's still better. That's why I said that.
Fine.
It was never about whatever. You still
HBL
we do that with the men all the time.
And she beat her former team a few days ago.
That's great. That's great. We do that. We do that with the men all the time, where we argue continuity for the 3v3 team. If the men did a 3v3 team and LeBron wanted to play, oh, I'm sorry, insert player here, you're gone. LeBron's in. Like that's how I looked at it. Caitlin Clark was just a better player. That's why I wanted her in there. And it turned out, even though everyone jumped me for it, Caitlin Clark should have just been on the team because they could have used the Olympic team to bring more eyes to the WNBA game. That's why she should have been on the team. That's all I argued, and you all jumped me for it. And guess what? I ended up being right because nothing changed about that.
You weren't right about the 3v3 team at all. You weren't right about the 3v3 team.
Caitlin Clark's a better player. You literally just said it. Caitlin Clark's
not for 3v3, not because 3v3 is different. Also, you wanted to take out the captain who just won, who won the MVP the year before for 3v3 and who won the gold medal. But yeah, take out the MVP who won the gold medal. Like, yeah, that makes sense.
Who's the better player?
Caitlin, but not for 3v3. Caitlin's not better for 3v3.
Whatever.
You really haven't watched 3v3.
I'll say this.
Have you watched a single game of 3v3?
Let's go, because it don't matter.
He has in chat. He has
don't matter. Caitlin's the better player. It doesn't matter. It don't matter. You can do 3v3. No. Stop. I'm gonna say this. You could do 3v3 men. It don't matter. If Ant's better than Halliburton, you're putting Ant on the team. It don't matter if Halliburton's a better 3v3 player. Ant's still better than Halliburton. That's what I'm saying. That's it. It don't matter if it's 3v3, 5v5, or 12v12 on the moon. Ant's the better player, so you're gonna put Ant on the team.
The only pushback I would say with this is that the type of game that you are playing does matter. Sure, if you're running a 3v3 men's team from the NBA, let's say that if this player is better at 3v3 than LeBron, I'm going with this player, even though LeBron is better. It's like saying 1v1, I'm picking Kyrie over LeBron. Even though LeBron is the better player, I'm picking Kyrie.
The 3v3 is also a lot more slower pace. It's a lot more physical, and you have to play a lot more defense.
I'm standing by what I said. It don't matter.
Hey, so we're talking about all three of Caitlin's weaknesses compared to all three of HVL's strengths. What are we talking about?
Don't matter.
What are we
Nothing
talking
changed.
about?
The game,
Well,
the,
we
game,
keep
the
looking
type
at
of
this
game,
from-
the
type of
type
game
of
that
game that you're
3v3
playing
is.
does matter.
You keep looking at this and completely disavowing why I said Caitlyn should be on the team, because nothing changed. Nothing changed with HVL being on there. Sure, they won the medal, but did the women's game grow from that? No, they didn't. America still didn't care. That's why you put Caitlyn on the team, so America cares more about the women's game, so that they watch more.
Talk
So that
about
more
the
of those
Olympics,
people.
talk about 3v3. Those are two different teams.
It
I
don't
mean,
matter.
he's
The
just
point's still
talking
the
about marketing
same.
aspect. That's all he's talking about.
No,
I
it's
mean,
not mark. It's you guys looking at it. Mark. It's about exposure. Using
That's early
Caitlyn on the
market.
team
That's early
to bring
market.
more people who watch that to go watch the thing. Nothing changed with HVL being on there. The women's game still where it's at. Caitlyn Clark would have elevated it with her being on the team.
You just define marketing.
Jesus Christ.
regardless, you guys are both right in your own lanes. Shout out both, of course. WNBA season will be very interesting when it starts up again. Also a crazy thing that is happening in the YouTube scene. Shout out the next chapter. I follow them here and there because I do like basketball. Lance Stevenson and Michael Beasley 1v1 on the internet. That's crazy.
You said Lance Stevenson in 2025.
That's a good that's
1v1 Lance
That's a
Stevenson versus
great
Michael
match.
Good
Beasley.
matchup. That's a
That
great
is a
match. And they might fight afterwards after the
They're
game.
probably gonna fight after the first few buckets.
They're playing for either $10,000 or $100,000. I don't remember the prize pool.
I got Beasley.
I feel like everybody's probably gonna have Beasley.
Beasley's
Lance
Rob.
Stevenson's weird, man. He's a weird player.
He is
But
shifty though.
I'm willing to watch that. I'm willing to watch that.
Yeah, 100K. Yeah, I mean, Lance Stevenson. No, this matchup is This could be a huge gateway into the 1v1 scene for like professional basketball players. And if you've been I haven't been following it too deep, but I watch videos here and there. Brandon Jennings now calling out people right now.
I'm sorry. I love Brandon Jennings' game, but he's not better than Teague, and he is not better
Then
than
Ty
Drew
Lawson.
Holiday or Ty Lawson.
He's just jealous about Drew. He's just jealous because Drew's playing and he's winning championships now.
Remember what he
He's
said
just-
about Drew? He's like, "Oh, Drew's coach was giving out fruit baskets. That's why he made the All-Star team, and I didn't." I was like, "Fruit?" And then everyone's like, "Fruit baskets got him the All-Star." It's like, yeah, his coach was giving out fruit baskets. I'm like,
I'm not gonna hold you. If his coach gave you a fruit basket and you're like, "This is why I'm gonna vote for Drew Holiday," take your goddamn vote away. But that's such a ridiculous story
"Nigga
that
gave
it's
me the fruit
asinine.
basket."
Oh, and Gilbert Arenas cooked the shit out of Skip Bayless, like fried. If you
So he
haven't seen
did?
that,
Yeah, I didn't
I've
watch
seen
the
that.
video, but I did see the headline.
They're both horrendous at their jobs. I'm all right.
Mm.
Both horrendous.
disagree, but okay.
What is the candle and the meteor all about? The balance in the meteor? I don't know what that means, Exorcist. All right. Anything else before we wrap up?
Not that I-
I can't wait to see the Lakers probably lose another game and Nick Wright find a way to just qualify it again. Now you're losing the teams you have no business losing to, LeBron or no LeBron.
LeBron's
Bulls-
coming off injury. Come on.
Yeah, but the Bulls came into town and they look like the 2017 Warriors against the Lakers.
Hey, it happens. All right. It happens.
They almost scored 150 points.
It happens, you know?
All right. At least with Denver, it makes sense because everybody was talking mess, including ESPN at one point. Denver sat Jokic. What about the streaming networks? Blah blah blah. Jokic is actually legitimately hurt, but no, that's whatever. It's all right.
All right. Well, it seems like that's all we got for today. Appreciate everybody who came to watch the podcast. Make sure you guys like the video if you guys enjoyed. Make sure you subscribe to the channel if you guys want to show up for more content. We are planning, obviously, to get bigger and better content out there for you. And make sure you become a member so you can see all our exclusive content. I've officially finished Game of Thrones Season 2. So now I'm at Game of Thrones Season 3. And Miles has suggested to me that whenever the Red Wedding happens, we'll be reacting to it. I don't know when it happens. I don't know what happens. Nobody spoiled me for what happens. And then we'll post that reaction on the YouTube channel. And then we have other content as well. Drop 2 episodes. Oh, shout out Daredevil, man, cooking. And then of course, we have other reviews. Tower of God, obviously. Might bring something else onto the table. Lonnie, what you got?
I was gonna say next week is me and Random's last week for a little bit. Well, Randall will probably be back before I'm back. So next week we're gonna get a little crazy. And also, someone needs to give Rodell a super chat and make him watch Severance immediately. Immediately. And Santo, I finally found time to watch the new season of Wheel of Time.
It's gas. It's gas.
From the moment episode 1 started, bro. The moment I was just like, oh, they box. These girls are boxing. That was crazy. That was crazy.
Verdell, are you gonna watch that anime?
What? The one
you said before the end of this month you would watch it. You did say that. You gave your word. You gave your word.
Honestly, I'd rather pay the 10 back.
No, that's too late. You gave your word.
I'd rather pay. But I didn't. The month is almost over.
You got time?
I think you underestimate how busy my schedule is.
Yeah, let's just send it back.
I like that idea. I'll be honest. I just don't have enough time to be watching.
We all disappointed. We all disappointed.
Hey man, I wish I could make up more times in the day, man. I wish. But hey, at least well, if you want your money back, Shar, let me know. I'll cash app you $10. All right. You said you'll be last week is next Tuesday. Oh, never mind then.
You use a shadow clone just now.
Oh, that Jay Uso spill is so ridiculous.
But
they're building that into the storyline.
Before I forget,
Randy, hold on.
Yeah.
If anybody slaps me the way Jimmy Uso slapped Gunther, somebody has to die. Like
he about to beat the piss out of Jimmy Uso next week. But real quick, Santo and I are going to be on No Name Wrestling this Sunday at 2 p.m. Eastern, I believe 5 p.m. 2 p.m. Pacific, 5 p.m. Eastern time. We're going to be talking the John Cena turn, all that with G Baby, bringing back a lot of people from the OPC days. Luis should be there as well. We're excited. Me and Santo have been asking for months to show up on that pod, and we about to cook because we probably about to have another 30-minute conversation after this pod about last week, or at least about what we saw on Monday. So make sure to pull up to No Name Wrestling on Sunday, 5 p.m. Eastern. We about to be talking
glaze the shit out of Cena, bro. This is cinema.
Right, valid. Lonnie, you back?
Yeah, I gotta restart my computer. It's been acting up.
Bro, you gotta shut that thing down sometimes.
Yeah,
you said you and Random's last episode for the wedding is next week or the week after?
Well, we leave next week is gonna be the 1st. Mm-hmm. We leave on the 3rd.
Yeah. So we can do Tuesday.
Yeah, I'll be able to do Tuesday, but then I'll be gone for a few weeks, and then Random will probably be back after that week.
Yeah, I'll be back. Yeah, I'll miss a week, and then I'll be back the next week.
I'll probably miss 2 weeks.
Yeah.
So Random, you will be here, or you will, or won't be here on the 8th.
I will not be here. I will not be here on the 8th.
So you won't be here, and then Lonnie, obviously, if you're
I don't get back until the 11th.
So Lonnie will miss the 8th, and then will you be here for the 15th?
I should be.
Yeah.
Oh, so both of you guys are just missing the 8th then.
Mm-hmm. I ain't spending that data money like I did last time. That bill still haunts me. Santo, last week with that property tax bill,
bro.
I fell. Look, I paid it and then fell on my knees like Goku with a heart virus.
I couldn't even imagine. I mean, things here in Texas are so much
Oh.
more convenient than over there where you're at.
I fell on my knees.
I can't even imagine.
I fell on my
Um,
knees.
All right, so next week we'll probably do our next season breakdown, maybe or close to it. It's the start of April, so we might consider it. And did we do top 10 couples?
Yes. Yes, we
Are we
did.
sure?
I'm pretty
think
sure.
so.
We
I
did.
know we did top 10.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, you did.
Okay. I was like, that would have been a good thematically for in lieu of Lonnie's marriage. We'll figure something out. But with that said, hope you guys enjoyed. Y'all have a good one. Take care and peace.